What's up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We're back with another. Well, normally I'm so used to saying watch along. We're back with another check-in show.
Check-in
Check-in
show.
show
Let's go.
with Ash Talks Football, of course. Link is in the description already, by the way. And I was just telling Ash while I thought we were live about 30 seconds ago, which we were not.
Which we are
Thank
not.
God. Thank God I looked up and saw it gone live. I don't know how long that would have gone for. That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, man.
But I was just telling Ash that this game week 6, which we're about to do the check in for, has been quite fun if you're a neutral, not so fun if, well, you're us. Let's
Yeah,
just put it
man.
that way. What are
Absolutely.
your
I mean,
thoughts?
fair play, man. This is what we live for, right? Premier League, and there's a common thing, right? All the games, if you see, right, every game that you have watched, it was all about physicality and intensity. That's the name of the game of the this season's Premier League. Liverpool losing, fantastic, bro. I mean, obviously Chelsea getting battered, absolutely battered in the second half, and obviously, I mean, City was a given that they will win, but fair play to Arsenal. We'll talk about those games. Fair play to Arsenal, man. They played really well in the second half. Deserved the win, man. Totally, man. Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, I'll have to agree on
Unfortunately.
that. I have to agree on that. But I
Yeah,
mean,
man.
it also, we're talking about the usual suspects, but what about Sunderland? Another win.
Perfect, man. Absolutely. Like,
They're making me
again,
look
nothing
good. I
of
have to
punishment.
admit. I said they're going to stay up. They're making me look good right now, so I can't really complain.
I've also said this. Like, I expected them at least 11th, 10th or 11th at least. That was my prediction before the season when I saw the transfer window and how they set up. Very underrated players, right? Setup is good. They are not a team that you can just run over. Even if they have a bad day, they're not gonna get run over. That team is solid, man. Like good stuff. I mean, good to see promoted teams doing actually well, man. In all honesty.
Yeah, I agree. God, there are some quotes from Wayne Rooney that, my God, I love him. But I'm not going to love what he has to say, sadly. Uh, I don't know. Honestly, we did our reactions.
I know.
Congratulations, by the way, over 1,000 views, which is brilliant. Over 1,300 views, I believe, which is
1400
fantastic.
now. 1400 now.
Excellent, excellent.
Thank you so much.
Um, I am still getting used to doing it. So for me, it's very awkward holding my phone and doing it, or doing it this way. I've done it both ways to see
Right.
which one's more comfortable for me. So I get very
Yeah, man.
awkward doing it.
Absolutely.
But
I mean, you have to
I
figure
was,
out a
I was,
niche, man. That's it.
yeah. I mean, it's not even a niche. It's like dude, I've been doing this for 4 years, and like Mohawk was like, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to be negative, but I'm kind
No,
of
it's not about being negative,
getting
man.
to
I
the
mean,
end. No, because you're mostly going to say something negative. I mean, come on, dude. Look at our results. No one's going to
I
be
mean, of course,
dancing.
of course, of course. There's nothing
I'm
positive to
going
look
to say
forward to in any
something
game.
negative. Exactly. I'm going to
Right,
say
right, right.
something negative.
But
So
actually, if you see Nitin, when we
I was called
actually play
negative
against
for the
Arsenal,
first time, by the way, in 4 years.
who
Yay.
said who called you
Dead
negative?
serious on my comments. Dead serious.
Right, right.
He gave
I
he
mean,
gave a full list. I liked it. I appreciated what you had to say overall. But it was the first time I read the words "don't be so negative," and I'm like, bro, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I've only been doing this for 6 weeks, and I
and we
found
have
that
been
quite
fans
funny.
for so many years. I mean,
Ah.
there has to be questions asked. Like, if you ask questions, you're like, it's like the same thing, bro. It's like you're telling me that if I like apples, you hate oranges, kind of thing. Like, what the hell, man? I mean, you have to criticize where it matters, man. We'll back our club to the bones, man. That people need to understand that
Yeah,
we're not
Baba
thriving
is
on
not happy.
negativity.
This gentleman
Baba is
right
not
here
happy.
is not. He's not happy. He's not happy with me. I don't. He never really said anything about my the review video. I was
Okay.
wondering. He must have been cleaning his ears, wondering Nathan's talking badly about Bruno Fernandes for the first time in 5 years.
Even
And
I
I was
did.
like, bro, I couldn't. I don't know if you saw the look on my face, but it was the most stressful thing I've had to say in a long time, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, see, that's the thing. Like, someone had to call out, right? And in my video, I actually called out Matheus Cunha as well. No one has the balls to call out Matheus Cunha. I'm telling you right
Bro,
now.
you saw my video? I said the
Yeah,
same
I have to.
thing. The
Exactly, bro.
first player I said is his bro could have slid it off to Bruno, and he's kicking the ball for a shot,
Right
and then
side.
he's looking at
He was
Bruno.
on the
He's
center.
looking
He
at
made a
yeah,
shot.
he's looking at Bruno, and he's like, "Oh, there's your corner," and I'm like, Bruno
Yeah,
could have
man.
done that from 40 meters away if he wanted to kick. Dude, funny thing I've noticed is Bruno doesn't take shots anymore. Something we used to complain about all the time.
I noticed this as well. He's no shots, bro, from distance from the last few so many games since Amarim has come
That
in.
dude, he's killed his game. He's killed everything. He's made our captain a villain. I'm so fed
Yes,
up of Amaram, dude. He's made, and credit to Mohawk because I didn't really want to say it, but
right,
Mohawk he's not afraid to say anything at all.
right,
And he called out Bruno Fernandes for obviously not doing the interview. I don't know
right.
how you feel about it, Ash, but I feel like there were times when Maguire was the captain and they would send De Gea and Bruno for the
De Gea.
losses. I have a feeling
Even
like
Luke Shaw
it's
was
like a
giving an interview, man.
yeah, I
So,
feel like there's like a rotation thing. I don't
right,
necessarily think they are protecting Bruno because bro, Bruno gets the most abuse anyway. What you're going to protect him from you're going to protect him from one reporter
right,
after the
right, right,
match.
right,
Like what that's
right.
not protection. The amount of abuse he gets otherwise is way worse.
I get it, I get it.
But
But the thing is, right, Nathan, right now for Bruno, like I understand he's been one of our best players, right? He's been the top tier player for Man United over the past 5 years now. Now, but the thing is, right, when fans or some even pundits to be honest are questioning some of the in-game decisions that Bruno is also making. I'll give you a funny stat here, Nathan. And I know Bruno is not at fault here, right? Very funny stat, right? And if Chad does not know as well. You know, the common pattern of United losing most of the games and getting hit on the counters is we get dispossessed in the midfields,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Most good central defensive midfielders, or even a central midfielders, actually, over the course of the season, if you see last season stats and everything,
yeah,
usually have 40, 50, or max to max 60 dispossessed rate in the midfield. I mean, if not, people should check out FBref to get more insights into what goes on. But more than stats, uh, if you see the last two games, and this is where I'm absolutely putting Amorim on the stand here, that you have a central attacking midfielder playing in the pivot. Okay, fine. You are
yeah.
expecting him to also keep the ball, dribble, and everything. Fine.
Which is
You
not part of his profile at all.
right? 20 times dispossessed against Man City,
Yeah, I saw your
17
video.
times,
Yeah. I saw your
close
video.
to 40 times he was dispossessed, bro. Nathan, for the past three games,
Yeah,
these are these are numbers for whole
what's
season.
a funny thing though? The funny thing
Right,
is if that laptop manager of ours actually had a laptop when he was figuring who to put in the pivot, he noticed that Bruno loses the ball 15 times anyway every game. The thing is,
right.
everyone's getting frustrated because of where he's losing the ball. Which, by the way, I think we all are in agreement here. None of us want to see him in the pivot. No, you know what's the best part? The
None.
best part
Yeah.
is Bruno. People are pissed off with Bruno even though they know it's not really his fault because they know Amarim's playing him out of position. But the thing is, because he's the captain, he is going to get flack even though he is only being handicapped.
But
And now
Nathan,
we'll get into the game, but I have
we'll get
something
into
to
the game.
ask you.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get into a game that just remind me. I have to ask you something
Yes,
about
yes,
the captaincy because people are
yes.
talking about giving the armband now. So I want to. I asked them. So what I
Right,
did
right.
was I did a stream. I did a stream after the game. So I did three
Ah,
streams. So I did the United game. Then I did a stream. These
right.
people calmed me down because they
Right.
really did. I
I
was
crashed out. I crashed out, bro.
no, I can't, man. I can't. I have to relax if I'm going to say
No,
something. If
crashed
I'm
out
going to
means
do
I
the review,
switched
I
off
have
the
to
stream.
relax.
I switched off the
Yeah.
stream.
Oh,
Game
you
was done. I was
stopped?
like, I need to. Game was
Okay.
done. Lala was there with me as well. I was like, game was
Yeah,
done.
yeah,
I
I
was
saw.
like,
Lala is always there, dude.
he's there in the chat
That's
as
what
well.
I like that about Lala. He's always around. Dude. He's always around.
I wish I
He's
was
taking
there, bro. I was
advantage
out
of
with
that. He's
friends.
taking advantage of that difference.
I'm telling you. I'll also take that advantage when I'll be back
Yeah,
next
of
week. The
course.
thing is, 1 minute, okay? The thing is, um, he was there in the chat, and I wish, bro, I was not with friends. Liverpool when we were losing, and I commented, "Lo, bhai, alala, aa gaya swad, swad aa gaya, bhai." This is how it feels to lose, bro, in a Premier League game. That's the
Even this is a great point. The point we brought in, Destroyer even came up with a better counter than that, which is brilliant. Hey Vedang. So 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 my I mean,
we'll talk
you know
about
what?
Bruno,
We'll
man.
get
We have to talk
we'll
about.
get you know what? Let's just start. Let's just
Let's
start.
just start it. Let's cook. Yeah,
Let's just start. So Manchester United won Brentford 9.
three,
Actually, it was 3, but
nine.
it
It
felt
was
like 9.
felt
Felt
like
like 9
sucker punch.
for a certain disliked goalkeeper saved our souls for the first time in a long time. A
Told
goalkeeper saved us our soul.
everyone. Told
Well,
everyone.
I'll be honest. I just felt, I think the way people look at Altay Bayindir is very unfair.
Absolutely.
Not for the point of the crosses. They are actually very correct about that. Can't take that. But the long balls are better. He actually did really well on the crosses and he did
Ab-
extremely well on the throw-ins. The long throw-ins, he was
exactly.
there. He was there this
Exactly.
week. We had no
Exactly.
excuses. But
Absolutely.
then again, it's another thing, right? No matter what goalkeeper we have, cutback goal. If you saw my video, I said we got a customary weekly cutback goal
Yep.
because
Yep. Yep.
it's not a United game. We lose if there's no cutback goals.
But if you
So
see that goal, Nathan, right? If you see that goal,
yeah,
second goal, right? If you see the second goal right now,
Luke Shaw
I
should have
saw that
marked him.
Luke, not only Luke Shaw, it was Diogo Dallo also that should have been marked him. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah, you go, dude.
I'm no
Uh,
agenda, bro. It's in game, bro. It's in game. I told you last week. I and I agree with that statement. There's Mazraoui injured, Ahmad. There's just no one better than Diogo Dallo to fix. Let's accept this. A lot of fans may not want Diogo Dallo, but he is what he is right now in the squad, a better option than most options we have right now. But for the second goal, man, if you see the movement of Diogo Dallo in that, and there was a reason, and I'll give you the full context. Like Bayandes, I'll come later. Bayandir parried it because he did not see any defenders in the box actually
yeah,
protecting the box during that time. So he had to go for that to stop the cross because someone was coming from behind
doesn't
from
know who's
Brentford, right?
behind him. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He has to make that
Because
cut.
if you see the side angle, he's facing straight at the crosser. He's not at an angle.
Exactly. So that parry will happen. Now whose responsibility it is to actually anticipate those like dead ball situations, like dead end situations, right? The defenders. Dallo made the run to the right. Then he saw Delete is tracking back. Okay, fine. You went into the center to go with the runner.
Yeah,
You're still ball watching, bro. You're still
yeah, yeah,
watching the crosser. You need to track Igor. Basically, that's what he had to do.
yeah.
And even if you could not, turn back and see where the ball is going, just fucking clear it, man.
Yeah. There
Fundamental
are
mistakes, bro.
some things, right? There are some things that have been brought to my notice through videos, not through tactics, that
Right.
I found quite interesting. I'll bring them up to you. But the one
Yep.
thing I wanted to ask you, you keep an eye on
Yep.
Dallo more than I do, clearly.
And Luke Shaw
So
as
I
well. I
want
keep an
to
eye on Luke Shaw as well.
Yeah, but I mean, Luke Shaw, I can't blame him, man. I mean, the guy's been injured, left center back, like left back. Like honestly, the fact that we rely on him is Amarim's problem. Why is he not playing
Absolutely.
Aiden? Can I say one more thing? Why is he not playing Aiden
Absolutely.
Heaven? He didn't mind playing Aiden Heaven last year. What's his problem? Dude,
Bro, I
he's
wanted
falling
to
out with
say,
players in 10 months. He's falling
I
out with
wanted to
players in 10
mention this
months.
exact same point, Nathan. And this, I'm going to remind the fans if fans have forgotten what Aiden Heaven was when Aiden
Just
Heaven
turned
was
19,
signed.
dude. Just
When
19.
Aiden Evans was signed, bro, for 1.6 billion to Arsenal, everyone was raving about it, and it was justifying raving because he was very, very good. We looked much more settled playing from the back when Aiden Evans was doing. He won aerial duels. He was pressing alongside Euro in that when Euro and Aiden Evans were playing RCB and LCB. We looked much better. Not he had a fantastic game against Arsenal at Old Trafford as well. If people are forgetting as well. Suddenly he played also he played preseason as well. He played preseason most games, and now he's not getting minutes.
Menu and Ugarte, who also
Exactly.
don't play, who also
And
don't
like
play.
and like Ahmad, who played at right wing back whole preseason to be fit into left attacking midfield in two
I
games.
like
Bro, like make things make sense, man. What the fuck
so
is
so
Amarim
so
doing?
part of that comment I told you about negative, right? You have to go read it. He's like, Nathan, stop spewing this negativity. Only Bruno is being played out of position, and I was like, that is
Everyone.
not true. That Luke Shaw is
Most
not an
times.
actual centre back. Mazraoui is not a right centre back or a right wing back. Ahmad's not a left attacking anything if he's not a winger,
He's not
or
a
a
wing
right
back as well.
attacking anything if he's not a winger or a wing back.
He's just a right winger.
Sheshko never played with two tens behind him. He played with wingers to cross in a ball so he can jump like a crazy person
4-4-2.
and head the ball in.
Angelino and used to dart
Uh,
down box. They used to produce him crosses exactly like
Cunha
that.
was a 10, but he was the only 10. Brian Mbeumo was a roaming 10 because Visa would be the forward or he would play right wing.
Right.
Also not playing that position because he's playing behind someone in tandem with Cunha.
Yep.
Literally everybody except Manuel Ugarte is out of position in this team and Harry Maguire if he plays. Because
Yep.
Delict played in a back four. Luke Shaw
Right.
played in a back four, but at left back. So
Right.
everybody's out of position, but apparently I was being negative. You have to go read it, dude. I found it quite hilarious. Then when I
I'm
told
like,
people, people called me negative, and they were like laughing on the chat in the night later on because I did the yesterday's game. They were laughing. You're negative. I'm like, then what am I? I'm like, I don't know, dude.
it's not
Apparently,
about
I was
negative. It's not about negative. Like, see, why
weird.
can't we also call out Bruno? I mean, see, Bruno is a very, very experienced player and a world class player in his own ability, right? Fantastic player. But these are basic fundamental mistakes. If and I'll give a perspective, right? Now there are two sides of every coin, Nathan, right?
Of course.
One
Yeah.
side is Amarim playing in the pivot, not fit to play.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
now there's another aspect to it that fans are selling right now. That's a fair. I also believe the same that if you have been given a responsibility to play there no matter what, right? You can't just keep on putting so many. He has been wasteful in a lot of his passes. If you see the games as well, right? Since last season, he has lost the ball so many times, and I'm telling you why, right? He also doesn't play as a cam for Portugal as well, if I'm not wrong, right?
You're
Plays
right.
on LCM, right? Plays in a possession based system as well, where he does not
That-
actually lose.
yeah.
He has much more bet. He actually is much more better responsible for Portugal than he has been for Man United over the past 1 year as well. Let's That's a fact as well. We have to all agree on this. So and taking those penalties. I mean, if you are a designated penalty taker, strike the ball perfectly. Like those two penalties were like absolutely atrocious, bro. I mean, we need
The problem with Saturday's penalty is I've actually seen him do the same thing and it goes in because the goalkeeper goes the wrong way and
but
it
it was
looks
much
really
softer,
foolish.
bro. Yeah.
No,
It
no.
was
What I'm
ground
trying
in
to say is,
Keller.
where he does that thing where it just rolls on the ground and you're
Keller.
just like looking at the ball go all in and you're like, why would he kick the ball like that? But you're too busy celebrating, and then on the replay you look at it like, why did he kick
And
the ball
and
like that?
actually Brentford killed the momentum, bro. They actually made like three substitutions during that time and actually killed the momentum of that game. If you think about it,
And
that also affects.
also the no red card. I know we all didn't discuss it
That
and
was
we
a
all
red card,
said
man. That was a
it
red
was a
card.
red card. It was a red card. But you notice
Clear
none
red.
of us talked about it because we were just disappointed up until 70 minminutes that we
No,
were
I talked
getting
about it in
beaten
my
by.
video on my red
No,
card.
no.
I
What I'm trying to
clearly
say
said
is, the thing is, I'm not angry about that. I'll be
no.
clear. I even
That's
addressed
not a
that.
factor that actually made us lose the game. There were other factors
I
that made us
mean,
lose the game.
we could have got something if it was a red card for sure,
Right,
but that has nothing to do with the penalty miss or anything or the minutes before that. So
right,
you
right, right.
can't really go, oh, we could have won the game on 10 men. We could have for sure, but up until 70 minutes, what is the defense of the manager and the players? Nothing. There is no defense. So there's no point having that argument.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, so people are asking us about behind the scenes things.
Right,
There's one thing I want to ask you before we will talk about all this, right? Because there's news
right,
of
right.
Shavi and all. I don't want to drag it out, but
Sure,
I
man.
have a question to ask you.
Yeah.
Very simple question.
Yep, yep.
Baba or somebody else earlier said, I forgot. Sorry, guys, I forgot who said it, but I did read it. That is, give the armband to Delict and rest Bruno. He's not being mean. He's not being malicious. He's like, give him a break. Let's see if he comes back fresh and better. So
Hmm.
on Sunday night, we'll have to go a little bit back. On Sunday night, I asked everybody, guys,
Right,
I know you all don't like the fact that I keep defending Bruno. I said, you know
right,
what? I'll take it on the chin today because even I'm kind of fed up.
right.
I only have one question to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
On a consistency basis,
Hmm.
which player would you give that armband to? Because half of them are injured, half of them are inconsistent, and half of them don't
Right,
get picked. Now, that
right,
is not three halves, obviously. That is just hypothetical halves.
right,
But either they don't get picked, i.e., Menu, right? Menu
right.
Euro. Either they're extremely inconsistent, like Maguire is good one day, Shaw is good one day, and then they're not,
Absolute shit. Yeah, yeah.
or they're injury prone, but or they get rotated out by Amarim, like a
Right,
Martinez or a Delict.
right,
So
right,
now
right.
and I backed it up by saying, you name one player to me. Everyone goes the captain has to improve the morale of these players on the pitch when it's happening, right? So I said, you do me one favor. How come every time we don't play Bruno, we play worse? Where are the other leaders on that pitch? I grew up where one person had the captaincy armband, but there were leaders
Right.
all over the pitch, right? Whenever we don't play Bruno, we
Right.
play worse. So you tell me
Hmm.
who is going to step up to take Bruno's place. Don't tell me who's going to take the armband. Where are the leaders around the pitch that
No
are
one
going to
right now.
step up? No, so that what I'm saying is, like, for example, I'll give just a rough example. If
Right.
Roy Keane had a bad game, Paul Scholes would come and take care of it. If Rooney had a bad game, we'd get Berbatov off the bench to
Right,
take the opportunities. If Gary Neville had a bad game, Roy Keane would, come there, abuse him, and then help him out afterwards.
right, right,
Like,
right.
the thing is, everyone goes, Bruno is not my captain. He moans a lot. Bro, he moans a lot because nobody's doing shit. I would also moan a lot if everybody's not doing their
Bruno
job.
moaned during that period when Dallo made that absolutely silly pass
Yeah.
to actually Cunha. Like that pass
But
was
ev-
actually meant for
but
somewhere else.
everyone will abuse Dallo
Everyone.
because they don't like Dallo. But Bruno's abusing him, they'll go, he's moaning.
No,
So
that's
what
what I'm
to do
saying.
then?
The context is if those passing mistakes. Now I'll tell you, give an example, right, Nathan? People are asking Dillit for the armband. Bro,
Yeah.
Dillit has been inconsistent.
Yes.
Let's be
Not
absolutely
to mention
honest
he
here.
gets rotated by Amarin. So then how do
Exactly.
you
He's
pick him
not
as
a sure
captain?
starter as well in the team. And I'll
Which
give
I
you an
don't
example.
agree with, by the
And
way.
and a,
But
and the captain and a captain won't go and tackle Lenny Yoro inside the box, bro. I mean, you saw that moment, right, where Lenny Yoro and Dillit were tackling each other inside the same box.
yeah.
Like, where is the defensive organization? Sometimes, it's not cricket where a captain actually maintains the field and
Yeah.
rotates the bowlers and
He
leads the
moves the
game and
fielders
does it.
everywhere,
Exactly.
puts the slips in and all that.
Manager calls the shot in terms of what formation you're playing. Manager is calling the shot, and the head coach, who is supposedly the head coach of the team,
Yeah.
Amarim, is supposed to put the team tactically.
Yeah.
The rest is up to players to listen to those instructions
Yeah.
at least and do the basics of the game right.
By
A
the way, not
captain can
defending
only
any
remind.
players. Huh? I don't think me
Yep,
and Ash are defending the players. We're just trying to clarify the captaincy issue.
exactly.
Another thing that really annoyed me, right?
Right,
Not is Ruben. Now in the word manager, there is man, right? His job is literally to man
right,
manage these people.
right.
He does not man manage anybody. He
Yep,
has zero man management skills. People say Bruno's attitude is bad. The whole team is getting demotivated. I'll go one better. I said in 10 months, this man wanted to quit 4 times. He doesn't look when penalties are being taken.
right.
He says that he has the audacity to say he's suffering more than us. And on top of that, you all are saying if this man is the symbol of the rebuild of the club, and he behaves like this, why would the
Hmm.
players have faith in him? Why would the
What?
players have faith in him?
Simple question, bro, Nathan. Simple question right now. Harry Maguire, part of the club since 6, 7 years now.
Yeah,
Luke Shaw, 11 years. Dallo,
11,
8 years. 7 years, right?
something
Why
like
are
seven,
these
eight,
players
definitely, son.
7, 8, right?
Yeah.
Why are these players even still playing in this 2025 rebuild? Where is Aiden Heaven? Where is Lenny Yoro? If Delit is the consistent player that fans talk about, let him start on center back. Why
Yeah.
not start Lenny Yoro at right center back? Why not start Aiden Heaven? Where
Did I
is
not?
the
Did I not?
rebuild
Did I
plan?
not tell you? Did I when we did the 11 last week in the on the preview? Did I not tell you he's going to start your Shaw instead of Euro?
Yep,
You
yep.
were like, you think he'll pick Shaw? I'm like, yeah, he's going to pick Shaw. He's not going to pick
I know
Euro.
he's gonna pick Shaw.
I'm like, he's going to pick Shaw.
But
And
I never
the sad
expected
part,
like
dude, you saw the look on our faces when we had to
right.
put Bruno and Ugarte in the midfield. We were like, come on, man. Like, even just to say the names only make you feel sad. Forget before the
It
game
was
is even
cringe,
played, only
man.
you
I
get
mean, we
sad.
know what's coming, right? It's like you don't want it, and what's coming. And after the game, and yesterday, I was doing a stream with a lot of the United creators. By the way, Nathan, when I'll be hosting, you'll be there as well. That's a big, huge
Anytime.
United. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anytime.
That'll, like a
Great
lot of
point here by
tweeters.
Baba.
Exactly.
Play Dallo at a 10 if all he wants to do is carry the ball and attack. But Baba, oh, thank you for reminding me, Baba. This is what I wanted to ask Ash.
Right.
Did you notice for the first time ever, I'm watching
Right.
Dallo drift into midfield and dictate play? For the first time I've ever seen him in my life,
But that's
I'm watching him run into the midfield diagonally direct, unencumbered by defense. And I'm like,
But that's the thing,
what is
Nathan,
what
right?
is this?
But when
What is
Embumo was
this?
expecting, exactly. But the thing is, like, when Embumo was expecting Dallo to make that run on the right hand, there was no one. What was Dallo doing underlapping in during that position when they were actually in transition?
But
You
dude,
want to
why? But
protect and create
why
overloads.
is he in the middle though? That's a better. Why
Who's
is he
calling the
even in
shots
the
here?
middle?
Who's
Who's
calling the
what?
shots here?
He's just
Who's calling
running
the
in the middle.
shots of that bit?
I'm
Yeah,
watching
man.
him jog and I'm like, wait, man, what's happening? Why is no first of all, why is nobody tackling him? That's what I'm wondering. He's just strolling. I'm like, nobody's even going near this fellow here for the ball. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
This is brilliant. He actually has free reign to do what he wants, and he still
Right,
can't hit a pass. And he
right.
still
He's
can't
not
hit a
able to hit
pass.
a
So this
pass.
is brilliant.
When he needs to overlap, he's underlapping in the midfield. And Boom was like, "What the fuck? Where are you?" Basically, to cross the
Yeah.
ball. There were total 4 crosses in that game, man, and that one ballooned cross by Dorgu.
Yo, I
That
wanted to
actually
call you
fair
out.
play to Seshko,
But
man.
you know what? I wanted to call you out on that though. I'm so
Okay.
glad you brought it up because I said something similar, by the way. I said it was a fluke cross only. You were actually more polite than me. You called it a balloon. I said that was some
That's a
bullshit he just
fluke.
did.
That was nothing, basically.
9 times
It
out
was
of 10, no,
ballooned,
someone
bro.
in the stand is catching it like that.
It was
But
Sheshko who actually created the chaos.
but you know
Yeah,
what the real chaos was? Manuel Ugarte not being able to pass to Dogu a simple pass.
nothing. No.
Bro, that guy can't pass, yaar. I'm
N-
literally seeing people look at him and look that way and pass the ball. Like he's
Yep.
standing there going, pick me,
And
and
what does
they're
that
like
tell you?
looking that way and
What
they're
does that
passing.
tell you, Nathan? What
Bro,
does that tell you? The
I
players
would
don't
give the
trust each
I would
other.
give the but bro,
Players don't
I
trust each
can't
other.
but how can you trust Ugarte, dude? All he had to do was loop the ball to Dogu. He almost kicked it all the way out. He
Right.
almost kicked it all the way. Dogu
It's
is
not an
just
issue.
jogging.
It's not an issue about the even Dogu, Bruno, and Shaw were not able to do. A little pressure by the three midfielders of Brentford. United were not able to string 4 or 5 passes. They were doing heavy touches, bro. Heavy touches. This calls nervousness and lack of trust between the players. I don't know, like, as a manager sometimes, right? I set up a team in a certain way to expect players to at least do exactly what they do on the training ground. If Amarim is saying that the vibe of the training ground is fantastic, the training really, really well, that training is not actually working out, right? That you have a good feeling. That feeling is not on the pitch
Uh,
when opposition is actually pressing him. People can't make 3 or 4 passes, bro, let alone build up play. There is no build up play since October 2024. Zero build up play since October 2024. You
like
pick up any 8 or 9 games that we have won. Did you see? It was all the goals that we scored were vibes. Ahmad, vibes.
it's all
Maguire,
individual
vibes.
brilliance, dude. It's all
Exactly.
individual
There was
brilliance.
no build up
Even
play.
though there's nothing.
There was no cross and
Okay,
header goal. There was no ball coming in like De Bruyne that people. I would love our strikers to actually do tap-ins. You know what? You exactly know what I'm telling, right? That's called build up play and actually setting up your team to score more goals. I have not seen that since 1 year, man.
forget that. Forget that. The other thing is, right? I believe you asked the question, right?
Right.
Harry Maguire. I said Harry Maguire was playing a game of London Statue on the halfway line. Seriously.
Yeah,
But actually, when you and this again, I hate listening to interviews because it actually gets me more angry.
I
Ruben
can't
Amram
listen to.
said we were training for counter attacks and long balls and free kicks, and I'm like, Dogu and Ugarte are fouling players with their back facing our goal, their back facing
Facing
our
our
goal,
goal.
and we are fouling them on top of that. And I'm like, we are just giving free kicks away. We are.
Yep.
I
We
don't know
gave
what
us
we have
so
trained
many
for.
free kicks away, bro.
And
Against
here's the
Brentford.
thing, when you said that, right? Think about this. If Ruben Amorim has, if you were to believe him, did his research, why does he pick the slowest centre back to be at the halfway line? I'm not digging out
Exactly.
anyone. I am not saying someone else could have done better.
No,
All
it
I'm
was
saying is
Heaven and
out of
Euro
three.
starting in. That's part
No,
of
no,
the
no, no, no,
rebuild.
no, no. See, this is why I don't want to say this.
Right.
My point is,
Right.
you pick the three, right? Whoever the
Right.
three are, you pick the
Right.
three.
Right. Right.
That's why I'm not saying a name. Why do you make sure the slowest person is at the halfway line? That's it. I'm not saying
Yep.
anybody's
Yep.
name. See, that
Yep.
mistake could have happened with Dilick. That mistake could have happened with Shaw. That's why I don't want to name names. But
Right.
if
Right.
you have done research and I know Harry Maguire is the slowest centre back out of the three of them, why am I keeping Harry Maguire as the last man in the halfway
Right.
line?
Right. Right. It and that's part of one part of it in a setup. It's about the players also communicating, Nathan, right? Like, and this is very basics in football on how you play high lines. If you are playing high line and offside trap, your defensive line needs to be exactly like well communicated and in the line. You had Dillit ahead, you had Shaw a little back, and Maguire was like, where the fuck are you? Why are you not
Exactly.
maintaining the lines? and people were faulting Maguire for that offside. No, the other two defenders were not communicating with Maguire to maintain the line. Maguire actually tried to put him onside. Like
Bro, did
I'll
you
just
see?
put
Did
some.
you see? You saw that thing he did like that? You see
Yeah,
the
exactly.
sideways he goes like
And he
that.
was
I'm
like,
like, bro, why would you do that when he's right next to you? Start running. He's
start
actually
running.
trying to run forward, bro. And I'm like, what is this? He's actually trying to
Run,
jump
just
forward.
track back.
Like, God,
and
help me. These
and
people have no
Maguire
IQ.
knew, that they were way ahead. There was no way they were coming back to the line to actually make it an offside.
And he's
Brentford
watching.
knew this, bro.
He's watching Ego Thiago just run across him. I'm like, bro, follow the guy. He's your guy. There's nobody left. At
Brentford
least
knew
stand
this.
next to him.
Brentford knew
God,
this,
I
man.
wonder, bro. But these are some things, no, where people will say, how can the coach make up for Harry Maguire's mistake by telling the slowest person to not be in the half
Not me.
line?
If you see the
How
third goal
dare
as well, when Manu lost the ball, two of the centre backs were already inside the pitch. There was Dillit only, and there was two Jensen and the other. I think yeah,
No,
Yarmolenko. They were running.
all that bigging up of Jensen, no, and I only got it after a year of bigging up Matthias Jensen. No, I only had to eat dirt. Yes, when I saw Matthias Jensen score a goal, no, I was like, come on, like really, of all the people to score the
I know,
third
I know.
goal.
But I'll also
Um,
I'll mention another point. Like if you want to take the chats and all, do take them.
yeah.
But
uh,
one, yeah, take chats.
Whenever,
Yes,
no,
yes.
no, I'm saying whenever you want, talk about Dogu because we talk about
Oh, we
Shaw, but
have to. We have to talk about Dogu because one of them was mentioning Cunha as well. Let's talk about Cunha as well. We are forgetting to talk about Cunha more. It's not
I
about
do
that
think
one,
so. You continue.
right?
You continue. I'm answering
Exactly.
Aryan.
You just
I
highlighted
do.
chats, right? Exactly. Matheus Cunha, guys. Let's be absolutely honest. All fans here in the chat right now, right? Since the start of preseason, no goals, no assists, only vibes. Let's call him out. Unacceptable performances for the reputation that you brought on, right? You want, okay, some things Konya was doing really really well, Nathan, right? Let's appreciate, like he was actually
Yeah.
seeing that Ugarte and Bruno was absolutely getting
Yeah.
like pumped. He used to actually, he was
Yeah.
dropping lot deep actually
Dropping
and helping
deep.
out.
Yeah.
And he did the same against in Wolves as well, and that's why he was brought in as well, to provide that X factor. But where is your decision making? Even against Arsenal he was doing really well, but sometimes his decision making was not that great. He had to pass. Like, those decisions need to be better, needs to take more responsibility if he has to do well. And I'm saying, Nathan, for the next Sunderland game, and partially Cunha is to fault, partially again the medical team and Amarim to rush him again. Once again, he's just come back from injury. You can see, Nathan, he's not fit.
But the problem is you can just say Amarim can just not play him, na? That's the
Oh,
thing.
exactly, man. And I've been saying, in Sunderland, for God's sake, man, for God's sake, if
Bro,
you had
don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. You'll depress yourself. You'll depress everyone watching here. You'll say, don't play him here. He's going to be the first name on the team sheet. He
yeah,
probably,
man.
his picture will be there in the background kicking a ball. Don't
I
do it to
actually,
yourself. You'll see the
I know.
notification, no, and you'll get triggered already
I
before
know,
the game
but
even
but
starts.
it's about opinions and discussions that we are doing, right? And chat also might agree on this. I actually, Nathan, in the Sunderland game, I'm mentioning why Sunderland is a very very good physical defensive team, man.
We are
Right?
going to
They
get
will
bullied,
press.
bro.
They wanna bully us.
Yeah.
That's why I want Casemiro and Ugarte in the pivot on that game. Bruno playing at 10 and Mbumo at 10. Mbumo Bruno might actually coordinate better, in my opinion, and play Sheshko. He's deserving the start every week,
Would you like to
bro.
take
But
this chat?
right,
When you're done.
take
When
your
you're done. No, no. When you're done with your point.
right, exactly. And that's why I want Cunha dropped. I've been saying this since start of the season. I want a situation in the team where it's not a given that Cunha and Mbeumo are starting every week in, week out at 10. I want rotations in that exact number 10 position. Even if you see that Cunha and Mbeumo are not doing well, play Bruno and Mount in the 10 in some games. Why not? Why not? Why not create that situation of competition in the squad that your place is absolutely not guaranteed. Amarim is actually like subbing off and actually dropping off players that we actually need on the pitch. He's not dropping off players that are actually not doing that well consistently as well. Now on Dorgu, man, I and
Wait, no, actually, before we talk about Dogwood,
yes,
this specific one, by the
this
way,
specific,
guys, do drop a
I'll take
like,
this one.
guys, please. There's 38
Yes,
people watching. You only have 20 likes. Can we get the likes up?
exactly. Do the
Before you answer, I just want to quickly answer. Eklavya,
yeah.
it is his fault because he could have asked for a right wing back if he wanted to and not play Dallo, which none of us want to, and make Dallo part of the leadership team. So I do blame the manager for that because he knows we don't have another right back and he still keeps picking Dallo.
Yep, exactly. And he's like
Eklavya, anything?
one proper left wing back, and another is 17-year. It's not about the 17-year-old Leone as well right now. Leon as well right now. I was Leon. He's written Leon. So it's Diogo Leon. He played few games. I mean, the thing is, he's 17, coming from a different league. First of all, if you brought Diogo Leon, right, just loan him out. 17-year-old. He will
They were
obviously
just
say I'm ready.
catching dust. They're just catching
Exactly.
dust, all of them.
Exactly. They're just not doing it. Rather, I would have preferred Harry Amas as a second left wing back option rather than having Diogo Leon at this point. You should have actually loaned him out more if we don't have any backup. Now, having said that, coming back to Dorgu, man, Patrick Dorgu again. See, it's Nathan, and let me know what you think. I don't think so. It's Patrick Dorgu's fault. He's just 20 years old. He came from Lecce. Not enough. Not
But
good enough. He's not even like
but the problem with that is who is choosing who decided
who's
to
choosing
sign
those
him
players. I know.
no, who decided to sign him in January? This is the
Exactly.
worst thing, no?
And fans don't tell me that it was management and Vivel calling the shots every time in the signings. He was given an option of a right wing back. They scouted Dorgu and he presented this is Dorgu, Lecce, 15th in the league, Serie A, potentially sometimes playing for Denmark. Do you want him? Do you like? He's physical, he's fast, can he do the job? Amrim would have been like, yeah, he can do the job because he's the only one available. Spent out 30 million for him. Played the full preseason, and to be fair, he was one of the most impressive players in the preseason. But these are 20-year-olds. One shit hits the fan, right? These players won't be the same anymore like you saw in preseason. Mentally, they're cooked. They're mentally in that mental block right now that I don't think so. I'm a good enough player for Man United.
Wait,
It's that.
hold on. I am caught up with the chat. I'm not on my screen, on another screen. Ruben wanted Kenda, but we undelivered. Always blame manager. Arush, let me clarify something very clearly for you. Giovanni Quenda didn't want to play
Didn't
for
want to play for
United
Man United.
because he did not want to play left wing back. That's why he didn't come. So the manager's got no pull, my friend. Wilcox has got no pull, my friend. Only Vivel has pull in this club. Because
Exactly.
people who actually want to work with Vivel are signing. So yes, I
There you
blamed the
go.
manager. He can't convince anyone to come play for him. Of course,
Yep.
I'll blame him. Giovanni Quenda did not want to play left back. I'll say it one more time for you. Giovanni Quenda wanted to only be a winger, and that is why he signed for Chelsea. So who are you
Because
going to
there's
blame
no
for that?
right winger option right now.
Also,
Once Palmer gets injured,
are there no left wing backs? Are there no? There's only
there's
Quenda. Quenda's
so
the
many
only
left
player.
wing backs in the market, man. Grimaldo was available for 15 to 20 million as a set piece option as well, guys. Set 15 million when Leverkusen was actually willing to sell their fucking whole squad, man. They already done that, right?
So yeah, I mean,
There are options in the market. So it's not about
bro,
Quenda.
and Arush, if you don't believe that, we are apparently in for Demarco now. So 12 months later, we are in for Demarco. Why weren't we just not in for Demarco to begin with? I mean,
Priorities.
and I
Priorities in
don't
the signings. I've said this time and time again, Nathan, since
also
January.
if you want to say blame manager, Ruben Amorim wanted Bruno Fernandes so he can play him in the pivot midfield to make our
Yep.
captain the scapegoat for every loss we have moving forward. Amorim is choosing him to play in the midfield, and that is why we keep getting overrun in the
Do you think
midfield.
Bruno will choose to play in the pivot? No,
Bro,
never, never
no
in a
one is going to even pick Bruno to play the pivot, dude.
a
Forget
sane
choose to play.
manager will not pick Bruno in the pivot. And fans still forgetting why Amarim and Ineos had to blame for this midfield mess. They knew since October last year when the storm
Stuff,
came, right? Nathan, that storm,
stuff,
right? They knew it was the issue,
stuff. That's stuff.
and it was not even it was not even an Amarim issue and formation issue of midfield. We lacked midfield since Eric Ten Hag days. People forget that we had
Hmm.
Ericsson. We had Ericsson.
Bro, I take
He did
Ericsson
well.
right now, bro. I
Good
take
service,
Ericsson
good
right
servant,
now.
but not
I
part of the
take
rebuild,
Ericsson.
right? Not part
No,
of
not
taking
part
you
of it.
somewhere else, right?
Not part of it.
That's my point. Is I'm not questioning what Ericsson did. Fantastic servant for the club once again, right? Never complained. Did whatever he had to do. did whatever he could based on his availability. The priorities in the market, man. What? Whoa, 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 what?
Dude, no, dude. He's just worrying. He's just worrying. He doesn't
He's
mean
just
it.
a rage bait.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, not rage
I'm
baiter.
like,
He just bans, dude. He likes to
band,
ban.
band.
So
I
it's
know,
okay.
I know, no, no. I'm like, bro, no, no, no. But that's the whole thing, right? Priorities were not good in the market. People say that we had a fantastic transfer window, forgetting that that transfer window began when Amarim came into the club.
Yeah, come on. No,
And
no,
being
Baba,
Ronaldo's
he is the most consistent. The problem with that is Ruben Amorim is not
is not the
guaranteed to
most
pick him
consistent,
Weed and become.
right?
Ruben Amorim's not in Matthias Delict's particular case. Ruben Amorim's not sure if he's going to play him every game.
Right, right.
And Mazraoui, unfortunately, again, he's injured. So again, dude, you see,
Had
this is the
Mazraoui been
thing.
there, we had been
Another
good.
thing
Good.
about Bruno,
Yeah.
he's never injured. That's another thing.
He's never injured
Who's
as
going
well.
to, you know, it's
There's no one that is, let's just put reality into perspective, right? I know we want Baliba and Anderson to be our dream midfield pivot.
inconsistent in being picked, Arush. Matthias Delict is not inconsistent.
No, I mean
He has good games and he doesn't have standout games, but he's not consistent in the sense of he is going to be the captain and everyone suddenly going to, suddenly we
not
are going to
captain
start winning
material.
4
That's what
nils.
I was mentioning, Arush. Like inconsistency in taking that when
See,
because the point was leadership during that time. He's not as
you know,
consistent to actually
see,
be the leader in the club.
I get abuse. No matter, bro, I'm not defending him. There is
No one is
nobody
defending Dallo.
else. There is
No one is
nobody
defending Dallo.
else, dude. There's actually nobody else. There's no
No.
defense. You can't
Who would have
defend
played?
Gallo. There's no
I
defending.
ask you that question, right? Who can you take the previous chat? And I ask you that question, right, in the
No,
chat,
then
Destroyer,
he
right?
Destroyer will say
Who will
Ahmad.
start?
Destroyer will
Ahmad
say
will
Ahmad.
right wing back.
He'll
Oh
say
my
Ahmad.
god, man. Oh my days, man.
But this is the thing. No, we are playing people out of position one way or the other.
Ahmad is a
This one
right
is
winger,
right back to
man.
right wing back. This one is right winger to right winger. We are play either way. We play someone out of position. It's
Yeah.
the same
And
thing.
and, and first of all, Destroyer. Amarim is not even trusting Ahmad after a full preseason at right wing back.
Bro, I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't trust him either, dude. He's been
Exactly. So
horrible since last season.
absolutely,
Honestly, I
absolutely. He's been
that I
horrible.
don't blame Amar. That I don't blame Amarim for.
No one talks
That I
about
don't
it,
blame
bro.
him for.
People have actually put Ahmad on so much pedestal. No one talks about it. That he has been absolutely shit, man, since he's come back from injury last season. Who talk?
You
No
know
one talks.
this.
No one is
So
talking about it.
this is a great point. Arush is saying.
Mhm.
Uh, Yesterday, I read something hilarious here by Prabhat. My God, I'm a little behind in the chat because I'm trying to pay
Right, right,
attention
right,
to you. But this is hilarious to me. In the
right,
City
right.
Match conference, your captain Bruno, bro, he's still the best player we've had in 5 years. There's
He's the
not
only
one person
captain
in this.
available in the
There is
team.
not one person in this chat, no, that will disagree with that. No matter how much they don't
Bruno
like
is the
Bruno
best
Fernandes
captain
right
we
now.
have, right?
Put young player Lenny Yoro under the bus. He's not my captain. He's a blame merchant. Okay. So I have a question for you, Arush. What if that is how they were set up and those were the men they were supposed to mark? So if he's just told you a truth, does he become a blame merchant or does he is he actually divulging what their tactics were? Because the one thing we all complain about is tactics, tactics, tactics.
He said it right
So
away in one interview, bro. Bruno said
so
right away
so
in one interview. I don't do watch interviews, Nathan. I saw that
yeah,
interview of Bruno.
I
Bruno
can't watch
right
it.
away said. Bruno right away said, we are doing too much things in the midfield. We are actually forgetting what we need to from the back and the front. Right. Basically, he said that it's like it's too much focus right now happening on the midfield right now that we are forgetting to do the basics in the back line and on the front as well. And he was absolutely spot on there. We are conceding goals left, right, and center. Forget the
Yeah,
midfield, man.
doesn't matter, honestly.
Right?
Doesn't ma-
Goalkeeper
and this
mistakes,
and this
defensive,
So
brain
Ruben,
fades.
If Ruben does not have management, then how does Sporting rebuild? All right, Arush, then I'll wait for you. You tell me, name me one player he's improved in 10 months.
No,
I'll
one.
wait. We'll wait.
Easy,
There's not. I
bro.
In fact, I would love to hear someone in the chat also, not just you. Tell me one player he's improved in the last 10 months.
No one,
Just
man. I have
just
not seen
just
any
food for thought,
improvement.
dude.
Right.
I like this idea. Rotational and based on current form and performances. By the way, Pep Guardiola did that, I think, in the treble winning season, if I remember
Absolutely.
correctly. When people were
Absolutely.
injured, somebody else got there was a tier list of people who got the captaincy. And every year
And
it would be voted by the players. The sad part is the players are going to vote for Bruno. And I
and
know
the
no
and the
one's
thi-
going to like that answer, but it's the truth. Everyone's going to vote for
and
Bruno
and
Fernandes.
and Nathan, I'll tell you one more point, right? And if people are talking about Amorim and City and everything, right? Nico O'Reilly, a academy talent, is now starting every game while Guardiola is there. A better option while Ait Nouri is injured. Right? Nico O'Reilly, trusted at since last season. Even if he produced a stinker against Crystal Palace, the ability was there. The ability was trusted. Not only like
He
from
has
preseason.
he has improved Marcus Rashford. That's a that's a good one. That's a good
That's the
one.
thing, right? That's the
And
thing, right,
Anthony.
Nathan?
Ooh, and Anthony.
And Anthony, right?
He's and Anthony.
Why
All the
is not
people that don't play for us anymore.
That's the whole point, right, Nathan? Why is not Aiden Heaven trusted anymore? He's like, I was
That is
trusted
weird.
more
Yeah,
last season when Lisandro
that is
was
weird.
injured. Now Luke Shaw is back, a player who is not wanted by fans and the club. He's like a deadwood. He's playing week in, week out. Questions have to be asked by the manager in terms of the selection, man. If you are playing a physical side like Brentford, you need a tall guy like Aiden Heaven. And
Yeah.
people are questioning Binder. Binder was the mistake, was the problem for Man United. I'll ask you this question again, right? Last season, when Binder was not getting starts, when Onana was getting
Yeah.
starts, the narrative was
Yeah.
like start Binder, he needs to
Yeah.
get a run of games. Now he's getting a run of games. Judge him after 6 months, then he gets a full run of games, and then judge a goalkeeper, man.
Yeah.
Even Senne Lamens
Agreed.
could not have saved that game for Man United. I'm telling you right away, right now. And Senne Lamens' career
No,
would
but
have been destroyed in that game.
nobody could have saved that game. Nobody could have saved. Let's be real.
Absolutely.
I feel so bad for Sesko. Dude came to join United just to feel how depression looks like. Oh, one more thing regarding the Amarim system, we have been told
Right.
that sometimes the wing backs will underlap and the tens will overlap to cross the ball. Except for Brian Mbuemo, who is
No
crossing
one
the
is
ball
doing
in
it.
this club?
No one. There was only one cross by Dallo last game that went to Zirkzee. Mbumo did two crosses, failed crosses, and that was that dog who ballooned shit cross
Bro,
that I
that Ugarte pass to Dogu. You know, you can clown Dogu if you want, you can blame Dogu if you want. But that pass, that bounce, whatever weird way he passed that ball, it was a
and people
simple pass
people
to
just
Dogu.
fantasizing that we need athletic midfielders and they will do that bounce pass and just get over the man. Just fuck this, man. Just do
This
the
bounce
basics.
pass, bro. Just don't watch Tacticos, yeah. Please, for your own mental
Seriously,
health, don't watch
man. I have
Tacticos. This
stopped
bounce
to
pass thing is boring, dude. Just play
Bro,
regular
people are
football,
talking
man.
XGs. Bro, Arsenal talks about XGs to defend their club.
Don't
Not
start a war
Man
now.
United.
Don't start a war.
Not Man United. Should not. Winning games should be the priority, no matter how. That's the ethos of the club. Fuck tactics. Fuck your
But
build-up play and everything.
but Arush, we just explained
Do
to
the
you that
basics of the game.
Quenda signed last year. He doesn't want to play wing back. If
He
Ruben
has a
Amorim
three-year
wants,
agreement.
bro, if Ruben Amorim wants you, but he does not want to play that formation, he can say no. This is precisely what I told Ash. I told him if Ruben Amorim didn't like what the club was, didn't know knew how much money he was going to get,
Right. Right.
and knew we don't play a back three formation, he could have said no. And people said, Nathan, you're a fool. Why will he say no to Manchester United? I just gave you your reasons.
He already had a pre-agreement
We
before
don't play the
Chelsea.
formation. We are not going to. We are not. I'm talking about Amarim himself not signing here. We are.
He
We don't play
knows.
the formation. You're not going to get money. You're not. Other things will be an issue. Don't
Right.
sign. And people are saying, Nathan, you're a fool. Of course, he'll sign for Manchester United. He's much bigger than Sporting Lisbon. That's not really the point. The point is they cannot give you what you want. You read the
Exactly.
contract, it says that they cannot give you what you want, and then you sign on it, and then we complain about it later.
Bro,
It's not
Nathan, I'll give you
possible.
another example. Garnacho wanted to leave the club because he saw he's not gonna get anything in this formation. As simple as that. People might not like it. I know his attitude was not great in terms of professionalism and everything. But Garnacho knew if I'm gonna play 10 for the next 10 years, my career is done.
Yeah.
He left the club. That's it. That's how it works, guys. That's how
No,
it
sir.
works.
Ritik, no crosses. By the way, 58 people are liking. Thank you for the support, guys. Do like both of our channels and subscribe, of course. And thank you for everyone conversing here. I know it might sound heated, but it's not. It's all just frustration of
It's
everybody. We
therapy.
are all are. I know we are going back and forth with Arush, but me and Arush are cool. Just letting you know, this is not some
Your camera is
dunking
coming
contest.
autofocus, bro. Autofocus. Once set.
And it's not even set
I'll
on
fix you. I'll help you
autofocus.
fix this. I'll help you fix this. I'm a photographer. I'll help you fix this, bro. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Well, I will just move on from now because I can't. It,
Exactly.
it will it will come back
It will. It
obviously,
will.
but no crosses from Sheshko, Hoyland, Cavani, Ronaldo. You want to
Martial,
name some? Have I missed anyone? Martial. I don't know, man. A bunch of people. It's this
Greenwood.
is this is literally. I'm not even joking. This is literally not a problem just that Hoyland faced. But
Not
the
even
thing is,
Marcus
people
Rashford
were
was
so
crossing
fed
right.
up of Hoyland. People
Yeah.
were so fed up of Hoyland that people just went,
Right.
you know what, man, just go, just go.
Right. Right.
That's what it
Right.
was. But yeah,
Exactly.
United is playing on individual brilliance, and the sad part is the individual brilliance is called bare minimum by top teams of any league. And you know what, Footverse, I would normally agree with you, but I have to disagree because our individual brilliance got us 2, 3, and 5, and not 15th and 14th.
Yep.
So actually, we are not
Got us
even
to the
relying
Europa
on
League finals.
the thing is we are not even relying on
Right.
individual brilliance because everybody's individuality has been taken away from them because they're not being played in their positions.
Yep.
So we can't even do individual brilliance anymore, and that's why we are
It's a
14th now.
complete mess. It's a complete mess. Individual brilliance took us out of jail from Lyon in that Europa League quarterfinal.
Bro,
Exactly.
everyone is after me. Like, you know what? I honestly think people think I'm a member of the Diego Dallo, like Universal Fan Club. But the best
People need
part
to
is, no, there
understand
is
that.
just no option. There is
Yeah.
no, that's the
People
only thing.
exactly need to understand. And Nathan, see, I banter with Nathan a lot around Diego Dallo
Yeah,
since
we
like
do it. We do it.
last year,
We
right?
do it on WhatsApp,
We do it on WhatsApp
WhatsApp and
already. Like
Twitter.
so, right? So I'm telling you this, right? He's
Hello
not a Diogo
FC.
Dallo player FC fan. He's
I'm
saying
really
that
not.
there
It's
is no
terrible.
one right now in the club. Mazraoui was fit, even Nathan would agree that Dallo should not
Yeah,
have started that game. That's
seriously.
it. It's as clear as this.
It's
It's no
just, it's
Dallo
just
FC.
tough, man. It's tough. It's really tough. From the you see Cunha and the idea of entitlement for new guys start from here. Even if they're playing bad, they're bound to play as they're the new stars and look bad. You know what, Baba? That's an interesting point. But you know what? Not to make this about interviews because I don't care.
I don't
But
care.
did you see his interview? That
Cunha's interview,
that didn't
yes.
look that didn't look like he had any confidence either. The guy's
Yep.
just come here a month ago. You know what's the funny thing, guys? You take away every player you don't like. But when you see the interviews, no, now you tell me something. Let's say
Hmm.
Bruno, Shaw, Maguire, they all have terrible attitudes. They talk a
Right.
lot nonsense, whatever, right?
Right.
This guy has not even been here a month. Did you see the look on his face?
Dejected, bro. Mentally
Ah,
cooked.
he looks
Imposter
lost.
syndrome. Lost.
Bro, they
Imposter
look
syndrome.
lost.
Am I good enough for this club?
It's
it's,
shock,
it's
bro. In a month, in a month.
in a month.
That's in
In a
that's
month, even
incredible.
Dorgu has lost his form, bro.
Bro,
Dorgu has lost his
honestly,
form in
honestly,
Q2.
you can blame the captain for not keeping the morale high, but it has to be the manager. The manager picks the players.
The manager manages the team, the manages the players, manages every aspect of a
Bro,
player.
I genuinely want to cry. Yeah, it's really frustrating, dude. And one more thing, guys. You know one thing. No, I know you think we guys are hammering on hammer him. No, just hear this, okay? Because you're going to enjoy this one. Okay.
Right.
Amarim came out and said 2 days ago that Bruno doesn't miss two penalties in a row, right? Which he didn't miss. He's saying, I like to look at the screen because they're showing the fans. Yesterday's penalty, he didn't even look at the fans.
He never
Oh,
looks
like,
at the penalties. He just
no,
he's
no,
the
but
most
see,
most
I'm taking
cuckoo.
him for his word. No, see, I'm not saying he's
Right.
lying. I get it. No, he sees the fans cheer, he'll be like, yeah, come on, like you're like one of
Yeah.
the fans, it's like
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
those things, where you don't look as
You
a
get
fan.
notification
You
by
hear
one
you
football ki goal ho gaya. Like yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
that's
but
it.
like when you're in the ground, you don't look right, and then when you hear
Right.
everyone cheer, you're like, yeah, because you're not stressed looking at it. So I get
Correct.
it, but he's not even looking. Yesterday's goal, though, he wasn't even looking at the fans. So I'm like,
Yep. He's lost
what's
all trust for the
happening? Yeah,
players as well. You see
he's
his body language as well. Dejected on the touchline. The best managers, right? The best managers can be animated, but they never show a personality that he has lost faith in every player on the
Chal.
pitch.
Forget that even. Forget that. Leave that. Bro,
Right.
why are you not on the sidelines?
Not on the sidelines when the player is taking the
That's it.
penalty or even a
No,
shootout.
no, no. Anything. Minute
Right.
one. Minute one. Why are you not on the sidelines? We have that Mark Andrews guy acting like he,
Keith
it
Andrews.
looks like
Yeah, yeah.
he's Keith Andrews. Sorry, he looks like Mark Andrews, the wrestler, I think.
Yeah.
He looks like he looks like he's giving commentary by the field. He's like right there, like looking at everyone run. And this
There
guy
is
is like
constant
tactics
communication
board,
happening. Yeah.
tactics board. He's sitting next to the guy going like this. I'm like, bro, what are
Yep.
you doing? Get on the pitch.
Yep.
Do
Exactly.
something. We have Arteta throwing gang signs at everybody. You're like, bro, what are you
He's
doing with your
trying to
hands?
control the whole.
His hands are like this, dude. Arteta, and I'm like, oh, do
It
something, dude. Do
even
something.
if it does not help tactically, it creates some kind of urgency for the team in
It's
some percentage. Some urgency. There
it's
was no
tough, man.
urgency
It's
last
tough.
night, man. Low urgency last night.
So
Of
anyway,
course.
that's bro. We are holding Amarim accountable, but honestly, it is a disaster everywhere, bro. How
Yep.
did McTominay Ole get second with McTominay and Fred in midfield? Hey, because he was a PE teacher, dude. Because he was a PE teacher.
Yeah.
That's what people will tell you, bro. Because he was a PE teacher, dude. He's washing sheets in Turkey. Oh, George, come on, yeah.
No,
Don't do that. Dallo for to be full time leadership. This Portuguese bechara is killing us.
Nathan, what will happen? Dallo is a sidekick of Ronaldo, right? When Ronaldo and his Saudi consortium will finally buy Man United, Diogo
And
Dallo is going to be
when
the
he's
sporting
top
director.
assistant in the
Sporting
Saudi league, no,
He's going to be sporting
sporting
director
director.
of Man United. Diogo Dallo.
Bro, what is that, yeah? What is
Just
that?
imagine.
Seriously, yeah, that is
Just
too
imagine
much.
the scenes, man. Just
Okay,
imagine the scenes, bro.
Prabhat's talking about Amarim. I will list out
Right.
things this fraud manager has done. He's reduced market value of players by being philosophical
That
in their
United has done.
interviews.
That United has anyway done.
Bro, I was being serious until I read philosophical and then I started laughing. Zero player improvement, no game style. Bro, genuinely, right? Forget no the fact that we are fed up of everybody, the players, the
Right.
captain, the coach, the management. This guy is improved nobody, dude. He's not improved one person.
I know
One
he's not.
person, bro.
No, passing isn't getting improved. The goalkeepers are playing shit in this team. Left back,
You
the
know what?
new signings
You
have
know,
lost their sense of what
bro.
needs to be
You know
done.
what made me? You know what made me realize? No, that this guy is going to give me a heart attack. You're going to
Right,
love this.
right.
When the leadership community comes out, no, you're like, okay, cool. Shaw, Maguire, Dallo, you're like, okay, senior, Bruno, captain, senior.
Senior.
And then he says Heaton, no, and then I'm like, what the fuck is this guy trying to do here? That's the first thing I heard. I'm like, Heaton. And then I'm like, 1 minute. He's benching Onana. Then no, I got very excited. I was like, he's benching Onana for Heaton. Like, this is a real insult. And then this is where I went. I in my head, no, I'm like, bro, I want you gone. Like I'm not Amrim or no, but the first thing in my head is I want you gone. Grimsby Town. Tom Heaton's on the bench. And I'm like, wait, what?
You
But
just
he's
don't
part of your
lose
leadership.
against.
No, but he's part of the leadership. You have dropped Onana. Why is Bayendir there? And then I'm like, wait 1 minute. The leadership crew means it doesn't matter if you're good
It
or not.
doesn't.
You're just part of the
You're just there.
leadership group.
You're just
And
there
I
for
was like,
vibes.
it's the most stupidest way of
It's
doing
the
leadership group,
leadership
dude. That's
group is the
stupid.
most stupidest thing I've ever seen in any football club. Leadership group, you need leaders on the pitch more than in the backroom staff, bro. That's it. You need leaders on the pitch. It's just a pseudo leadership group. Like, none of those players in that leadership group, apart from Bruno, actually deserves to be a leader on the pitch. That's it.
Look at this. Look at
Period.
this. This is not my agenda, by the way. Devesh is being Devesh is being
Bro,
shameless though.
I'm telling you, it's not about Dallo at six. It's Lisandro Martinez at six when he's back from
Bro,
injury.
it's none of them at six, Baba. We are watching Bruno Nogarte play till he gets
It's
sacked.
not
You're not
FIFA.
wasting your
It's not
time.
EAFC 26, guys.
Oh
Lisandro
no, don't make me
Martinez
sad.
cannot
Yeah.
play in six. Cannot. Fuck. And even if he can, right? Amarim will not play him. That's it. Questions.
No,
Just
it's good.
done.
Can we just be honest? Can we just be I'm also part of the leadership group.
We all are, man.
Can we just be honest? Like really honest.
Right.
How many of those players are going to play for Sunderland? Let's be honest. Just give me a number. How many of those players you think are going to play for Sunderland?
And honestly, Adingra is a better winger than Amar Diallo right now. He's playing. That's it. That's the truth. Arthur Masuaku is a better left back than
No, yeah,
Dorgu.
come on, no, no. Oh, then Dogu. I thought you were going to say Shaw. I'm like, come on, man. Now let's not get crazy.
No, Dorgu. Masuaku is has played for West Ham. So
West Ham, Besiktas, and now he's back in the
Besiktas
Premier League.
back in the Premier League. Exactly. He's a very good player actually.
Very good.
Right. Nah, Ashway, that's brutal. Brutal is what it is, bhai. We have to be brutal as fans. We have to
I
see.
push
We
Lenny
cannot
as
be.
number six propaganda. Bro, everybody, all these players are going to be number six for our club, dude. All
Harry
these,
Maguire is number 9 then, in that case.
I'll take it. I'll actually take that one. That one
Harry
I'll
Maguire is
actually take.
fine. Yeah, man.
None of them
Yeah.
start for Sunderland if that's what you ask. I mean, come on, bro. Bruno can still play 10.
Bruno can play at
Let's not
10.
go mad. Dude. Okay, he's better than fucking Enzo Lafay, dude. Please.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not
yeah,
get too crazy. And
yeah, yeah.
Dallo could play. Wait, who is their right back? I don't want to say that. Who's their right back, dude? I look like a fool. You're saying he can play right back. I don't want. Let it be. It's okay. I don't want to defend that. I
True, true.
recant my statement. Ugarte will definitely not play in place of Xhaka. That I can tell you.
Definitely not. Definitely
Definitely
not.
not.
No way.
Definitely not. No, no, no. Better than Ugarte.
Better than
Bro,
better proven than Ugarte at
bro.
Arsenal.
He
Better
can't
at
pass.
Leverkusen. For national team, people forget
He's horrible.
Devesh, you forget Xhaka is a
Horrible.
stellar player for national team and has been stellar for Leverkusen
Ugarte has
in
made me
very good
lose my
form.
mind, dude. Ugarte has made me lose my mind. Seriously. When I saw the replay of the goal we scored and
Right.
I saw how the ball bounced, I'm like, what kind of pass is that?
Yeah,
Dogu
man.
literally picked it out of nothing. And that also, the cross also looked like the cross was picked out of nothing. Everything looked like it got
Yeah,
picked
yeah,
out of
yeah.
nothing.
Bro, I might have to leave. I have to do dinner and then I
Yeah.
have my stream as well. But
Do me a
before
favor.
leave,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
of
yes.
course. Please. No,
Before I
no, no.
leave, I have a
Please, sir.
question for
Yeah.
you. I have a
Oh,
question
God.
for you. Right. Not Dallo,
Oh,
not
God.
Dallo, not Dallo,
Just
not
don't
Dallo.
ask me who's playing in the pivot, dude. Please. That's all I don't ask
No
me.
pivot, no Dallo. Let's call
Okay,
the
thank you.
shots here. Are you seeing Ruben Amorim getting sacked after the Liverpool game,
I
or
have
you
been
see like
saying
Ineos is
that.
getting?
I've been saying that.
He's gonna get sacked
I
after
went
Liverpool
on
game,
I went on Mohawk's channel after we
right?
what was the third game we played? Yeah, we played what was it? Arsenal, Fulham, and then who did we play?
We played Burnley,
I don't even remember, bro. No, the third
Arsenal.
game
We
we
played
the third
Arsenal,
game after
Fulham, and
the
Burnley,
Arsenal.
Burnley,
We
Burnley at home.
We beat Burnley, and I told Mohawk at the rate we are going, no, he's not even going to make it
He's
to
not even
Liverpool.
going to make it. I knew it.
Not even going to make. Bro, like
It's not about what we want. It's about Ineos managing all the sporting teams that Ineos have managed are absolutely done shit. They actually make rash decisions. People think that Ineos is making sound decisions. They backed ETH. They got in Dan Ashworth, sacked both of them. Before even doing that, actually spent so much money on that exact backing on that manager and so much money in the transfer window. Got Amarim mid-season, knew what needs to be done for this team to fix a lot of the wing back positions and the midfield. Did not do that. Went on to get two tens and a striker because Vivel wanted it. And now we have also had the money to go for another midfielder. Still ended up without buying a midfielder in the transfer window. Fucking yours, man. Get
also another thing. Just to chronologically add to this thing, right? Because we kind of
right.
want Bruno to leave at this point of time. We decided to keep Bruno and then went into the market and bought two tens.
Two tens.
And the you know what's
With
bad
Mount
about
as
that?
well.
But you
Who
know
Amarim
what's
likes.
and Xerxes
And
and
Xerxes as
Xerxes the
well.
nine point
The
five dude.
supposedly
You know,
9.5, 10.5, whatever it is.
but you know what's really frustrating? We all didn't see, that he was going to play in the pivot. We just thought we were getting good players. We were like getting gassed. And then when he started playing Bruno in the pivot, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. He's not going to play Bruno in the 10 when everyone's fit. And then it dawned on us, what are we doing?
Exactly.
Because he decided to keep Bruno way before we bought any player.
Yep.
So, like, people saying we should have sold Bruno kind of doesn't make sense. Because we didn't know until later, of course, then everyone knew because everyone said if we were going to play him in the midfield, why we didn't sell him, which is absolutely right. I mean, as someone who loves Bruno Fernandes, I have to agree. I can't even deny that. Why didn't we sell him? 100%.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. We will definitely do this again. I know you're
Yes,
running
yes.
late, dude. You also have
Yeah,
another
I have
stream. By the way, guys, do catch him on the stream in about half an hour,
half an
half
hour.
an
Yeah,
hour
10
ish.
p.m. We're doing a UCL
Yeah,
preview stream with
yeah. So,
Ankit Bhai,
guys, you all
Laksh,
want to
and Lala.
go? Yeah. So, you all definitely join that UCL stream. They did ask us to watch it here, but I'll be doing the watch alongs, guys. The Real Madrid match and the Barcelona PSG match is what we will be doing. We'll stay around here for a bit, but before that, Ash,
Yeah.
if you are daring enough,
Yes. Yeah, go for it.
what's going to happen when the Black Cats come to Old Trafford?
Bro, we are losing that game. I'm telling you right away. I said this on, Dhruv's channel, a lot many channels when I went to, and people asked me, oh, they were like, oh, there's no Visa, there's no Embumo, there's no Norgard. We just gonna go nail, because we won against Chelsea. People forget that that was a red card. I said them right away. Brentford is gonna cook us. I said Brentford is gonna win. Or it's gonna be a draw at max. If Bruno would have scored that penalty, it could have actually been a draw. I'm saying once again, Sunderland is a fantastic team. Sunderland is gonna win 2-0 at Old Trafford. 2-0. We don't score goals. It's 2-0 at Old Trafford, Sunderland. That's it. And
2
the
nil.
sack is
We don't
2-0
score a
Sunderland.
goal at Old Trafford
No,
against Sunderland.
no. 2-0. The team's confidence is done, man.
Honestly, dude, like you can't just blame Bruno for why those people have no confidence, dude. You
Exactly.
can't. I find that really unfair. These people are grown men, dude. Like you can't like the
Exactly.
kids. If you want to say Dogu,
Playing
if you
for your
want to say
national teams
Euro,
as
you can
well,
say
bro. Playing for your national teams. Each of the players are actually
he.
playing for the national teams as well.
Can I tell you? Be honest with you before you go. He
Right.
doesn't even give me confidence whenever he says anything. Forget the
Exactly.
players.
Forget the players, man.
Whatever he says, he gives me no confidence.
No, absolutely not. That's why I'm
That's
not confident
mad,
going
dude.
into this game because we don't do the basics right. Against Sunderland, against the Burnleys, against any team, if you don't do basics right, forget your player reputation and everything. You're gonna lose. Every
Yeah.
team in the Premier League is well drilled enough to beat any team on the day. Man City, people look at the Man City 5-1 scoreline. For 60 minutes, Burnley cooked them, bhai. People need to
Yeah, I
watch
mean,
games. I'm telling you, Nathan. People
but
actually
you
watch
can't even.
reels.
But you can't now. There's like 5 games going on. It's not possible to watch all the games. That's the other
But
problem here.
that's the thing. But watch it
Yeah,
after. Don't
of
even
course,
watch
watch it
highlights or
after.
watch nothing. But 60 minutes, why? Like Burnley were cooking. So that's what I'm saying. Any team in the Premier League is good enough to beat anyone on their day. On the day, if you're not holding
Absolutely.
up your socks,
That I agree.
not doing the
That I
basic
agree.
rights, gonna get
That is
cooked.
true.
Liverpool got cooked by
Before
Palace, left, right, and center.
before you go, read this. Give us your thoughts and please, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Glazers
Email.
manipulate Sir Jim. Sir Jim manipulates Berada. Wilcox, Vivel. They manipulate Emerim. Emerim manipulates players. Players manipulates fan. Wow, what a great comment, man. This is
That's why I
top
wanted you
tier,
to
man.
read it on your exit. I thought you'd enjoy that one.
Top tier comment. Baba always comes to my stream and also fantastic by comments. He puts
Hundred
some
percent.
top comments. By Baba is like
100%.
top tier. Bhai. Let's go.
We are
Let's go.
very
Thank
we're
you so
very
much.
lucky, dude. Our subscriber base is very.
Even mine, like I learn a lot from my chat,
That's why
man.
that's why I
I
said that's why I said that's why I said we. I'm saying we are
fantastic
very
subscriber
lucky.
base, man. They
Fantastic.
don't
Yeah.
they don't rage bait and all. They
That
state the facts
back
and
and
stuff.
forth with Arush Shivan was great earlier. But
I
yes,
like I like doing that with the
um,
chat a lot. Yeah,
I will be watching because
yeah,
well, we are not in it, so I'll be watching your video instead. We're not in
yeah,
it,
man.
so I'll enjoy. But please, man, go eat some dinner, set up,
Yes,
and
yes,
get
yes.
ready.
Absolutely.
Anytime,
Thank you so
anytime you
much.
want me over, you give me. You said some United show.
Abs-
I totally
yes,
drew
yes.
a
There's
blank. I'm drawing a
so
blank now.
yeah. So the United Talk
It's
is the
okay, dude.
segment
You
going on.
can you
Lot
can
of
tell me privately. You can tell me
exactly,
privately.
exactly,
I just
exactly.
wanted I just wanted to say
No,
anytime.
it's already there. Two streams have been
No,
done.
I
On the
don't
next
I
time
don't
I'm
want you to
hosting, you'll be there.
rush. Yeah, I
No,
don't
no,
want
no.
you to rush
Exactly.
because of your.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You let
Absolutely.
me know when you need me and you give me a call, dude.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Anytime, man. Thank you so much, guys.
absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Take
Bye.
care, guys. Thank you,
Subscribe
thank
to
you.
Nathan's channel as well. See you
Ash
guys. Bye
talks
bye.
Ash talks football in the link. I mean in the
1,000
heading actually.
hopefully soon. 1,000 hopefully soon. Thank you guys. Bye
One
bye.
1,000 in November, dude. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. Bye bye,
Take care,
guys.
man.
Bye. Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Anyway, guys, now you're stuck with me for a little bit. Don't worry. We won't go through the game week. We'll just talk about United because everyone's interested in it. But of course, Sunderland 3-1. Oh, come on, yaar. 2-1 Sunderland. Oh, no. 2-4 nils in the next 4 games. Yeah, yeah. This is actually depressing here. The fact that The fact that we only don't have hope, no, is real telling here how the club has been moving recently. Amrim was shocked at how Ipswich played well. I don't know what to say about it. Yes, man. The power of you guys, yeah. Thank you so much for the support, of course. You're almost at 50 likes, even. That would be great if we could pass that, even. That's awesome. But yes, thank you everyone for supporting as always. I don't know, yeah, guys. I don't know. You are a leader of Dallo FC, brother. Trust me when I tell you. When I heard that we could have got Denzel Dumfries for 20 million in that limited window, no, I would have taken Dallo to your house, made you feed him food, and then I would have carried him on my back to the airport so we could send him back to whichever country he's going to play for next. We just don't have an option here. That's the truth. That is not me saying that we should keep Dallo, dude. We don't have a choice. And you know what's worse, Siddhant? If we have a choice, the man's not picking him. And that no is actually worse. Because there are a lot of people in this team that should be picked, that are not getting picked and they're sitting on the bench. So that you know what, you could actually, if you think about it, no, you could be right. We could actually have players that we are just not picking. It'll be real. It'll if we be real. Hello, Najmus. I'm sure I said that wrong. If we be real, the day is so close when we bring a new coach. What's on the list if possible? Conte is not on the list, dude. He's going to win a Scudetto this year. I know they lost yesterday, but he's going to win it again. Xavi, who's apparently very interested, and Nagelsmann, who's not going to leave until the new year. He ain't going to make the new year, dude. We are going to have to, Sakib, we're going to have to definitely get an interim. Two of these three managers will not come. They will not come. They'll be foolish if they come. Honestly, I'm telling you. Have to take the blame first. You appointed Amram is yes, 100%. This is all. This said, bro. What did I tell you when we were cooling off after the game? What did I tell you? I told you get ready to say they are backing him. I told everyone in the chat get ready to say they are backing him because this is the first out and out in your signing of their tenure. This is the first real out and out, not that backroom stuff that Vivel and all. Nobody cares about that. This no is their first signing, and they are going to cling on to it for dear life. No, because the Glazers signed better people for the job. Now think about that for a second, Siddhant. Just let that resonate in your head. The Glazers picked better people for the job. You know, when I told you these people are as bad or if not worse than any the Glazers, people said no, the Glazers never spent any of their own money, and that was the difference. But look at all the other things we actually got done under the Glazers. Just think about it like that. Their first appointment is not even going to last a year. Ben Jacobs, Ben Jacobs has said there is a rumor, allegedly, I'm not trying to get in trouble here, allegedly, that there is a clause that if he gets sacked before a year, they have to pay him something. So now you tell me something, Siddhant and Sakib. What happens when it turns November, his year is done, and he gets sacked? Think about that. Genuinely think about that. They will actually be worse than the Glazers, and people will still not admit that. That will really be worse than the Glazers. Because the only reason he survives from month 10, which is now, to month 12 is because we will save money. So we will have this for another 2 months. Another 2 months. You know how crazy that is? This will be enforced upon us due to possible financial gain. They could actually be worse than our previous owners do. They really could. It is something. It is something you have to really sit there and think about when the stream is done. They could actually be worse than our previous management, for sure, for sure. And that is the most frightening sentence I can tell you guys today. That is the most frightening. What terrifies us right now is the Liverpool game. This could get messy. You should have put an eye there for fun. Paradox, boy. Currently, every player will be an upgrade to the Man U squad. Facts. Currently, there's not a lot you can disagree about that. And now F off with a PR of Ineos backs Amram. Bro, what I tell you, it was always going to happen. That guy's been a breakdown on the sides, having a breakdown on the sidelines. Whenever Bruno takes the penalty, he looks down, he's given up hope and has kept everything on God. That's hilarious, actually. It might be true, though. That's sad. Mr. Amaram, we have created a lot. We feel better. We are in a different moment. Oh, I love that when he says moment. No fear, only excitement. We showed the intensity and we are better. But we lost, and I'm suffering more than fans. Ugh, if I know my club, it would be Southgate. Bro, we'd be top five with Southgate. Write that down and stick it somewhere. And that's coming from me, the person who would rather not watch us play anymore. The first word that Amarim was taught in Duolingo while learning English was the word suffer. Then it was storm. That's actually a good one. That's a good one. Amarim gives priority importance to system and not to win games. Results is a must important is most important for fans or whichever sports, of course. Amarim should get sacked. He is not right guy, Nathan. Bro, Oliver Glasner, Crystal Palace coach. Like someone said earlier about the players, anything would be an upgrade at this point of time. Get Carrick at interim and then beg Nagelsmann after the World Cup. Actually, if Germany does badly, you won't even have to beg Zidane, to be honest. Bakera is better than Carrick, in my opinion. You're probably right. Will he want to come, though, after what nonsense we did with them? Jokes aside, but Sunderland have this pacey player called Adingra, and midfield is good. Yeah, that pacey player who played for Brighton. Yes, Simon and Adingra. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. Ineos don't have the ball, man. They sacked Ashwell giving a thought, and man, we waited months to have on the board. They're not realizing. You know, the funny thing is Dan Ashworth might be the our biggest Manchester United hero, bro. Because after we found out that he recommended those coaches because we don't have the players to fit the system. They sacked him. And in fairness to Ashworth, we also didn't want the people he recommended. But but his reasoning for why he recommended those coaches. It's starting to look like Ashworth was right before any of us. Yeah, I know he's bad, but if you know, you know exactly. Yeah, I read that, Akash. You're right. Lampard agrees. Then he also can be a good. I think he wants to try and get a team promoted, dude. He's doing really well. They won 6-0, I think, Coventry the other day. He's doing well. Is sticking to your ideology greater than having no job? Well, it depends on who you ask, Shreyas. I don't know about you, but I prefer money over nothing. So it shouldn't be, personally. Like, look at Leverkusen, and they knew in 2 games they ain't going to work, but Ineos are just giving up. No, it's all about money, bro. It's very methodical. Don't think they are fools. They are not being foolish. They are being very methodical. Can we poach Luis Enrique for like 100 million, bro? That guy would have to put him on your back, muffle him, tie him up, make sure he can't move an inch of his body. That's the only way he's crossing the river to get to England, the English Channel. That's the only way you're going to get him here. If you die with your idea, you're stupid, Mourinho. Yeah, but you know, did you see how he celebrated his first game? That second goal in his first game. I love that guy, dude. He's brilliant. Oh, check in DKL. Oh, here's another screw loose member of the community with his the way he breaks down uh the way he breaks down his news. No, someone will pretend like like he's about to break I don't know, like news about war. Hold on, guys. Let me just check quickly. Indicala. He's oh god. Feel like I'm going to regret this. Chal, yaar, at least bloody we are Asian champions for the ninth time. At least something nice happened. Okay, Indicala news. Oh, God help me. What does he put now? Exclusive formation request and sacked soon. According to sources at Manchester United, Ruben Amorim was called in by the bosses at Manchester United for urgent meeting. The manager has been asked to change the formation of 4-3-3. Amorim was left speechless with the formation request. Certain United officials believe the managers to get sacked is now when and not if at this stage. He just did it to himself, dude, honestly. I want to have sympathy, but he really did it to himself. He will break after the Sunderland loss. God help me. Will he actually break? Or is he just going to say nonsense again? They had to enter a clause because he's adamant to come at that time along with a better wage as a security. If he was adamant, why they went for him when why they created a now or never thing? Bro, it's all shady, Chiranjeev. It's all shady. Like I told you, they might actually be worse than the Glazers, dude. Forget the debt aside. The way they run business, no, they could actually be worse than the Glazers. Honestly. Why does Amorim sound like Mikel Arteta? We're a better team. Oh God. I smell 4-3-3 against Sunderland. If he has some sense, it would be nice. When you said top five with Southgate, write that down. I thought you were going to say write that down and stay away. You'd actually do better with. I'm telling you, he would do better. He really would. It's really sad. Apparently, the compensation package is 12 million pounds if he's sacked. But if he's sacked in November, it drops down to 4. I'm telling you guys, we will come here. We'll come here and do a video when he's not here. If it happens, and we'll all be saying, "I told you so." You don't need to beg Nagelsmann. He's a nephew of Vivel. Yeah, it all depends on Germany's success, man. That could be very possible, to be honest. Same shit, country club again and again, yet they have balls to say we're trying everything. We're clearly not, are we, Lavanya? We're clearly not trying everything. Not gonna lie, but we've been lucky a man manager from a long time. Everyone remembers Fergie's hairdryer treatment, but these players need confidence, man. Like, is there any man manager coach in the market except Don? I'm going to assume you meant Don Carlo. Nisroy did better than why he was removed. He was removed because it was always an interim job. OP. He was never ever promised to get promoted. He was never promised to get promoted from Ten Hag. He signed for they. So you have the option to always promote him, but that involves a new contract and everything. They didn't want to do that. What's your take? Where will we go now? All is lost faith in United boards and Amram can't fool us. But the thing about that is, Akash, we are going to be fooled. You know why we're going to be fooled, Akash? Because we're going to go watch the game on Saturday. Therefore, we have been fooled, thinking we are going to see something better. Good night, Vedang. Thank you so much for joining. Amram, yeah, I read that. Shreyas is saying apparently it's 12 million pounds. Yes. Telling you, it's for money, bro. Mark my words. We'll be here doing that stream. You guys will remember me saying this and then I'll come back. Isaac and mental health deteriorating due to transfer saga. So corny. He's very strange, that man, dude. I don't know. It's almost like he's talking to the players himself, the way he writes these sentences. The players we got thrive when manager gives them the confidence. Cunha, Bruno, Delict, Ugarte are such kind of players who thrive under a manager gives them confidence and the system doesn't help. Indiela. Oh, I like the banana. I don't know if it's Kayla or Kyla, dude. I've never actually heard anyone say it, so I don't know. Ruben Amorim has been told to wear boxer underwear instead of the board believes it's because the manager's discomfort in making decisions. The one that broke a rumor that Kane could come to Spurs if they secure UCL. Is there any chance of getting cut? No, there isn't, buddy. In fact, I think they might be making a move on Spurs. Ineos seems like a Marwari. You reckon Xavi to be the next manager of United? I mean, he seems to be, if you were to believe everything House of Football, he seems to be very eager about it. So, based on eagerness, I did answer Akash. I don't. We have been fooled because on Saturday we will watch. Where will we go? I think we are going to continue this until he gets sacked. Yeah, really sad. I don't think we're going to get Qatari ownership though, Chiranjeev. I don't think so. Based on his desires, House of Football, it seems likely. But if I'm being completely honest with you, that could just be a rumor. You know, I mean, I watched football to enjoy, man. It was so good only watching Barca for 4 years and started watching United from past 2 years. Lavanya, you know what? We're going to do UFC 320 watch along. I put out the stream schedule, by the way, guys. I should have said that. Stream schedule is out. Feel free to join whichever ones you want. You can join me for a UFC one, dude. You don't have to join me for the United one. Today, a big this week, big UFC matches. That's so. So we wouldn't have got those with City owners or Liverpool. I still disagree with you about the Blazers. No, that is fine, dude. That is fine. I'm just saying the way they run business, their business proceedings seem to be worse than the way Glazers uh, do it. I don't know. I don't know if the City owners would sack 500 working staff members. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they would. Maybe they wouldn't. Tough to sell. It's tough to tell. The way Amaram lies, man, said that he won't take compensation. Yeah, but the thing is, it's not up to him, na Siddhant. If they sack him when his year is complete, it's in the contract to give him 4 million. They have signed that contract. I'm talking about now. When is he going to get sacked? You can. It's not Amarim's lie, dude. If they sacked him now, no, and he doesn't take the money, then we know he kept his word. But if they wait for 1 year to sack him, then I would take the money, dude, because that's a very schemy way to do things. Our rivals have also been spending the club's funds to improve, but done a much better job. It would seem so. I think Xavi Hernandez will be the coach because he's free. That is true. If this player needs motivation to play for United, then F themselves in November. International break is 14 days long. So it might happen. Yeah. We thought nothing can be worse than the Glazer, but here we are. Bro, in some ways, at least, they're definitely worse. At least in some ways. And we've been so bad that now our fans would rather take Van Nistelrooy. Undefeated managers, dude. Yes, his name is Jim Randada. Marwari. Okay, bye. It's time I stop laughing in the face of my studies too. Take care, Destroy. Take care. Good night. Take care. Thanks for joining. He will sack if this happens, if it continues. And about system document. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if he survives Liverpool. My friend said even Bruno scores own goals, he will still be his captain. He's lost. Yeah, losing off the pitch. We made training facilities. Now stadium renovation pending. We have been given a hygiene warning. What to say about that? Zishan is, yeah. Hello, Zishan. You think Amram will have a great career at some other club in PL apart from United? Bro, this system I don't think can work week in, week out in the Premier League. I just don't think so. I don't think so. And those clubs must align with clubs' philosophy, dude. What if they don't want to play a back three? Isn't the reason Liverpool were interested, but they said no or whatever because partly because of his formation. They won't be the only club, dude. They won't be the only club. Ruben Shamarim. Hello, Ishan. Um, feel Javi won't be able to handle the pressure of League and United. Might not be able to do, but the difference I say would be between Xavi and everyone is that Xavi handled the pressure for an elite club as an elite player, as a player, and an ex-elite player for an elite club as a coach, both at Barcelona. I'm okay, Mukesh. This is making me feel better. I still watch your United stream. I feel you're so literally relatable. No, I mean if you want a break from United related things, we do other watch-alongs as well. Who bought the first? Who bought the first double to Barcelona? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Ruben and Rim. Oh God. And where's the money? So I can super chat. It's not. We're not fully monetized yet, Mustache. Soon, hopefully. But thank you for your support anyway. You can, however, share the channel with your friends. That would be great. Better sack this guy and automate the manager role via some chat GPT or equivalent models on an interim basis and look for manager in the summer. We would be better than our current position. What's your thoughts on Sasko signing? I know it's early, he doesn't get the service, but like, what are your thoughts with him? Honestly, bro, I couldn't answer that question for you. It's a great question, but I couldn't answer it for you. Because you know what, I hate saying this, and it's probably something to do with the players too, but I think Rasmus Højlund had a better start to his season than Šeško did. So I can't really answer that question without sounding too negative, bro. To be honest, would be great. Not gonna lie, he would be great. Like someone said earlier, how would he handle everything? Oh, I can't can't read that out, Aniket. But yeah, I will take Khalid Jamil Haram ball at this. I will not, dude. Okay, I rather do Southgate then. At least we went to some finals. Our top scorers own goals, by the way. Wow. I know you didn't mean to, Siddhant, but that actually made me more depressed. That genuinely made me more depressed. Shabi is Mohammed is saying if Shabi is appointed, the also need for a proper number six. That was one of the biggest reasons Barca failed in second season. Still sounds crazy that he holds a worse record than Gary Neville and Graham Potter at Chelsea and still in the job. It's not great. I told you, Ineos is too nervous to bite the bullet yet. Bro, if United loses versus Sunderland and some other teams won Liverpool, they might land in relegation zone. Why is this manager not scared? Shocking. Oh, he basically said if you want to change it, just change me. So it's almost like he's getting ready to get sacked. The grey hairs are damaged from bro. I'll tell you what, Lavanya. I'm not even joking. By chance, I saw a stream of mine like 2 years ago. That's all I'll say. If you go far back to some of the watch along streams, that's all I'll say. Yes, I read that, Baba. Yeah. Let's get someone like Xavi Poch. Let them develop the youth, stabilize the club, make the club a top 16, then get someone to take the next steps. Politely, bro, monetize, bro. Will do soon. Thank you, Mustache. Back three system is very rare in the PL. I've seen many top managers in PL. It's the rarest because in this formation, you play one midfielder less in this physical lead. You need them extra. Exactly, Chiranjeev. You know it without the FA badges. I know it without the FA badges. But the man with the FA and the UEFA badges doesn't agree. So what can you say? I can watch will be Jose with yeah, you can do that definitely. So the first treble was brought to Barcelona Camp Nou in '99 by none other than the greatest manager of all time, Sir Alex Ferguson. No, your top scorer is Bayendir. Our top scorer is Bayendir. We need hungry players. We should get rid of Shaw. He is a left back, not centre back. He's not having pace or input to the game. Maguire, slow pace centre back. He should not play in the PL. Tallo is not getting in the Portugal team. You know what, Akash? I know we were all clowning on Dallo, but guess what? Oh my God. You know what? Dallo has become so bad that he's not even in the Portugal team anymore. And he used to be a part of the Portugal team all the time under Ten Hag. Bro, imagine when you let's not talk about it. That's depressing, bro. I just realized that. Menu can do the CDM job in Xavi system. Can he though, Aniket? Is he even going to be here by the time Xavi shows up? The advice has worked off saying watching less videos regarding United has been helpful and be productive. Just watch my reviews, dude. Don't forget to like them. It'll give you your update and save your eyes and brain from watching it. Not gonna lie, would not take Xavi if we're going to PL proven players. Go for some PL proven managers. Because La Liga, let's be honest, the max of 6 teams are good, but as an interim, I'll take Xavi. Apparently, he's agreed to be an interim, so that's interesting. Losing Meno and possibly keeping Amarim is pissing me off right now. It should do. It should do that for most of us. I'll just take Xavi for half a season to see just because of the academy development, because we've got some good players coming in. Shea Lacey, JJ Gabriel, Cheeto, Heaven. Don't forget, bro. A certain a certain Rooney is slowly marching out of the academy as well. But he will be there soon, and we will be there to watch it. He should get rid of Bruno, get the money, buy best of the best midfield, and he's getting old. He's not the right guy in 2025 from now on. Akash, it really depends on where you're playing him, isn't it? To have that conversation, Akash, I'm willing to have it. Play him in the 10. If he's not as good as Mbemo and Cunha in the 10, I will happily concede and agree with you. The sad part is he's not getting an opportunity to do what he does best. So it's very difficult to make an argument. Apparently, Joao Neves is playing out of position. Yeah, no, actually, Joao Neves plays right back at PSG as well sometimes, Baba. So I mean, you're right about the out of position part, but he actually apparently also does that for PSG. Or maybe he used to do that when he was younger. I don't know the exact details, but yes, Joao Neves plays at right back. That's right. Um, that was my fun fact on the table. That it was a fun fact. Thank you very much. Troy Gizmo. I like the name. Until when will the cycle of hiring managers upon managers sustain? But it's not a sustainable model anyway, Troy, is it? Because if you think about it, Chelsea has gotten a lot of success not doing it. It's not about sustainability; it's about effectiveness. Would it be nice if? By the way, I like your badge. Is that a what is that? A bald eagle? Anyway, sidetracked. Now we have our blood pressures have calmed down now after the 1.5 hours of talking. Um, it was a successful, effective way of doing business for Chelsea. The thing is, we are so in love with the fact that we had all this success under one manager that we are hoping another manager like that happens. Long term, successful, stalwart manager. Honestly, Troy, I don't think that happens anymore. I think whatever you want to think about Chelsea, maybe not now, but when they were doing it in their prime, can't deny that there was a lot of success in those years. A lot. And the fans didn't mind. In fact, you could say the fans were very quick to say sack managers because they saw how successful it was being. What do you think, Oliver Glasner? He builds players like world class. If come to bro, the way he's transformed John Philip Mateta, it has to be studied, man. 2 years ago, before he came, I wouldn't even take him for Hoyland. I swear. I know people will laugh at me now. If you remember, 2 years ago, he was people were saying he was the worst striker in the league. The way he's transformed Mateta is incredible. Incredible. No Olise, no Eze, still winning games. Still winning games. Jao Neves played right by Portugal in the nation. He did. In my opinion, Portuguese politics are getting played behind the scenes. Euro was drawn after City, where Bruno criticized Euro after City came for it. But can I push back and say this, Zishan? Then what kind of manager have we got? What kind of manager do we have? It's all well and good saying one thing on the interview, but what is he actually doing? It's better to say nothing. Ahad is saying, Ahad Cricket Shots is saying, let's reset this club from top to bottom. I think we'd all take that, Ahad, to be honest. All of us, I think, would take it. Sack managers until it works. This is a purely meritocracy. Yeah, it is purely meritocracy. It should be. I remember Menu making Liverpool's midfield and defense both look like a joke in the FA Cup. Hope Amram starts trusting him and plays him. What is his reason for not trusting him to begin with? I would love to know. Bro, our fans are so effing ungrateful. Salah gets a massive bump for 2 years, best player of Liverpool. When Liverpool thought about selling him, their fans riot, man. It is what it is. Breaking Sir Jim hiring Roy Keane to immediately join the backroom staff for weekly beatings of players after losing every match. My God, Roy Keane would take that job. That would be a better job than the job he had being captain of United. I think that was the job he was built for. I mean, only I was an idiot after seeing United take over Chelsea. Agree 100%. I trust Kobe more than Amarim right now. Name me one who's been not injury prone, been game in game out. Say Odegaard over Bruno. He's been young, but look at his injury record. Yeah, also Odegaard is never going to give you the output Bruno has, bro. I think people are just frustrated, bro, and I get it. Like I understand what you're saying. We are probably very aligned on this, but I also take into account many people are frustrated and they have a right to be frustrated, bro. Honestly, they have a right to be frustrated. It's not Bruno's fault he's being played out of position, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you're going to have to do something about it because he's going to play you and you're going to have to. I don't know what he's supposed to do, but he's going to have to do better. It's sad, but it is like that. United fans are too obsessed with SAF. They want to manage to stay for 10 years, but in this new era, we need to keep changing managers if they don't do well. United fans live in dreamland, but it was a wonderful dreamland, Siddharth. And I would never take it. I would go back in time every single option, every single opportunity I'd have to enjoy that again. Because it's, you know what, Siddharth? Let me put it this way to you. The more and more we pass Sir Alex Ferguson's time, the more and more it seems like what he did was impossible, genuinely impossible. The more and more we see as time goes by, the more and more it seems what he did was impossible, genuinely. I mean, with respect to Jurgen Klopp, yeah, because this is not a Liverpool fan channel, I don't need to say it, but with respect to Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp looked gassed out after 9 years, dude. 9 years. 9 years. You know, 7 days to prep, still you flop. Spurs are laughing from the top. With the stars Bruno's put in for us, we treat him like shite, man. I mean, listen, yeah, you know, people are worn out, bro. You have to admit it. You have to give it to them. People are worn out. People are fed up. People are tired, and I understand. I really understand. It's frustrating to read it, yes, but I understand, man. Statistically, the worst manager of modern United history, bro, since World War II. World War II. Neither I really hope that Amram leaves instead of Kobe Mainu. It's really going to depend on if Ineos are scared to admit they are a failure or not. That's what it would depend on. Want Bruno to go just as De Gea, then these fans would realize what we had. Yeah, we are going to get a little bit of that anyway, bro, no matter what. Even if he leaves on good terms, we are going to get that feeling. It is what it is. Add Cantona to that. Cantona. Cantona will beat you and give you a nice, tell you a nice poem. Troy Gizmo, you don't need to cancel your statements, man. It's all good. I don't think he will not even give Menu a single minute after that mistake for the last goal. I'm afraid he's got another excuse not to play Kobe. Where that Madrid fan who always thanks you for Carreras went after Atletico Madrid. Shamed Real Madrid. Yeah. Shamed Real Madrid with 5-2. I want to see him right now after Carreras stinker. It's all good, yeah. It's all good. It's one loss. Tomorrow they win 4-0. We'll be hearing it again. Don't even mention Roy Keane. Players heads would come rolling off the dressing room halftime with that guy. I low key want that. The dreamland I never lived. F Paul Pogba for making me a United fan in 2018. You've seen Mohawk's stream. He was saying that the belt treatment, he brings the belt, real belt to beat Amarif after Brentford United match. Yeah. He was saying only about system, like what mentality. Mohawk was right, bro. I'm telling you, if you think Bruno Fernandez's job is to motivate people, Ruben Amorim should be motivating fans, players. That's his job. Every time he says something, he should be instilling confidence in us all. He's really destroying everybody's mentality, dude. I'm being honest with you, Akash. Do me a favor, okay? All you guys, we'll stop now because we have gone for a while. Just do me one favor, okay? Go back to the Matheus Cunha interview and just look at his face. Forget what he's saying. You can put on mute. Don't listen. Don't listen. Just look at his face. Bro, he's been here for a month. You can't put that on Bruno. You can't put that on Shaw and Dallo and Maguire. He's been here for a month. That's incredible, man. That's incredible. He's not even been. I don't. Has he even been here a month? We got him late, right? How long has he been here? No, we bought Cunha early. Sorry, he was here for preseason. He's been here 2 months. He's been here 2 months, dude. Look at his face. Look at his face, dude. It's incredible. I really feel bad for you fans who became United fans after 2013. We have shit build up, man. Every phase of our game is predictable. Call me crazy. I have hope in Amram. He will turn that over. Listen, Ashish, if he does, then credit to him. Man. Credit to him. But mark my words, he will not if he keeps doing this. If he keeps doing this as it stands, whatever he does week in, week out, it's not going to last. It's not even going to last the end of this year, let alone it being successful. It's not going to make it out of this year. And by the week you praise Frank, the next game week he draws. But it's fine, Aniket. You know why? Because it doesn't change the fact that Thomas Frank is still getting better out of the players. It doesn't change the fact that Thomas Frank is defensively much more solid than Ange and has improved their game. And he's been here for 3 months. He's been here for 3 months. What was it last week of May, right? May, June, July. He's not. He might have been in the job for 2 months, right? I don't know when exactly Ange got sacked and Frank got hired. He's been at the job for 2.5 months max, and he's already improved them defensively exponentially so far. Exponentially, he's improved them defensively just by behavior. I'm not talking about scoreline, just in the manner of the way they defend. He's been here 2 months, dude. He's got like three players. He got Xavi Simons really late. He re-signed Danzo and Tell. They were already there last season. They'll call it new signings, but they were already on loan last season. They're familiar with the game. He's got Kudus, he's got Kolomuani, and he's got Xavi Simons. Kolomuani, I haven't seen him play yet. Kudus has been fantastic, and Xavi Simons already is got an assist. He's automatically improved players. He's been here 2 months. This is the problem. Even if he loses, Aniket, he's not losing like us. That's the thing. He would still be an upgrade. That's what I'm saying. The improvement doesn't necessarily have to be in points. The improvement can be in performance, the way they play, the way everyone is performing under him on an individual basis. There's improvements up and down that pitch. Up and down that pitch, there's improvements. And they don't have Son. I think you should bring in a new a term in football called super manager. Get a guy to teach Amram so he can teach the players. Seems a big problem. Maintaining intensity seems to come out hot off the blocks, then fade and fade as the match progresses. Yeah, that is one thing we definitely do. There's no doubt. In fact, I think we have done that over a few managers. We blow our gaskets really soon, and then we just fade. Especially if we concede a goal, then we fade even quicker. It's a morale thing, isn't it? Should make a treatment squad for these players. Roy Keane, Cantona, Vidic. Bro, Vidic would run headfirst into these people. Dude. Some people will need some good slaps. They roll up in character and put some beatings and leave. Team with five-side defenders is even a disgrace in e-football. If 3-5-2 have been applied, we might have won more matches and signed either Cunha or Mbemo. Yeah. We didn't need both. You know what? The standards of United fans are the lowest I've ever seen, yet Amram's not delivering on it. It's a great point. It is the lowest we've ever seen. That's a fact. Frank should be praised for keeping Mickey fit for 2 months. You know what? That's another great low-key great point there. The people who became United fans when we were shit are more strong than you and me. 100%. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. And when we succeed, my God, these people will know what it felt like, especially after all these bad times. Became fan 19 2000 peak Sapphire. Stay strong, guys. Yes, stay strong, definitely. If Amram wants to succeed, he should decrease the average age of starting 11 significantly. Half of our youngsters sit on the bench, Zishan. So I don't know how is that possible. Do you think winter we will buy a midfielder player? Bro, I'm hoping we at least get one player, man. We got to even if you're getting one player in January, we got to add. We can't wait for the summer window to buy five players. That's so stupid. They take forever to make deals, even it's horrible. Please like, subscribe. The channel really helps us out. Yes, it really does. I find Maresca and Scammer him to have similar systems. Yet Maresca always finds a way to progress the ball. Although Maresca too is in deep waters nowadays. Also agree with the sustainable manager point. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Troy. But you know what's another funny thing? You can at least say, that Enzo Maresca has got whatever 400 million, 500 million spent on him. So that definitely helps his cause out more. He definitely has bought a lot better quality players than we have. If you go starting 11, Yet when we played them, we won. So I don't know what that says about them. Okay, they were 10 men down for a while. But when we were 10 and 10, they controlled the ball, but they didn't. You know, they needed crosses to do damage, but everybody damages us on crosses, Troy. On regular play, on open field play, they didn't really damage us. They just took advantage of the fact that we are terrible at free kicks and set pieces. And it is a moral mental problem. Yeah, manager's job. You prepare the mentality. No, but listen, I am all for blaming Bruno Fernandes to not motivate these players. But when the captain looks at the manager and the manager is looking down, it starts from the top, doesn't it, guys? And sometimes I know we will lose, but the fun part is I still want to watch them. Kind of become a sadist. You watching tonight's match? No, Jugal, I won't. Tomorrow, Kairat, Real Madrid, and Chelsea, Barcelona, PSG. The stream schedule is out, Jugal, so you can go on our community post and see. The whole lineup, the whole week's lineup till Sunday is out there, so you know exactly when I'm going to be alive. Yeah, be alive, be live, go live. However you like to say it. If a new manager comes, he should request players like Bruno Maguire, Short Dalot to leave the club so that he doesn't get the sack. Technically, the club asked Bruno to stay, dude. Maguire is going to leave next year no matter what. Shaw is going to leave in 2027, and I don't know when Dallow's contract ends, to be honest. Three of these players are Maguire goes this year, Shaw, Bruno go in 2027. I don't know when Dallo signed his new contract. Most of these people are going to be gone anyway in 2 years. I'm not saying they should stay the 2 years, but I'm saying they are anyway on their way out. Still Amram until the next international break of 5 games. Sunderland, LFC, Spurs, Forest, Brighton, but he will need to have at least 10 points from those 15. If less, he gets sacked. If 10 or more, he stays. Fair enough. Carrick is the truth, my gaffer. Your chat out of interest. Where are you all from the world? Drop a flag. I think most of them are from India, based on what I remember. Rhythm's watching from Canada though, but he is Indian. And yeah, you know, Raz Hatkas, yeah, what's up? We should have gone for Inzaghi and given the last season to Root, probably. But I think they paid way too much money to Inzaghi. So why? And after that debacle of a final, he had to get out of Europe. Dude. People had to forget what Simone Inzaghi did to them. Even Glasner will struggle in this. Possible, but is he going to struggle as much as this, Ayushman? That's the question. We are talking about not flags don't break the flow. Though, but yeah, but he wants to know where everyone's watching from, Akash, because he's not watching from India. It's all cool. It's all good. Yeah. Anyway, just want to know where everyone's watching from. Whereas Sekou Kone return under 21s is he's going to be injured, dude. He's going to go back to under 21s. So 2027, how is life? No, I believe his contract ends, right? Remember, we renewed it before the injuries. I believe it ends in 2027. People are blaming players for mentality. Tell me one thing: what's the point of having a manager if you can't improve the mentality? Just look at Barca after Flick change the Yeah. Also, you have to realize something. So Alex Ferguson changed the mentality of a lot of these players. I know a lot of these players go look at his mentality, look at his mentality. But I'm 100% sure there'll be a lot of those people that you think had a great mentality tell you that it was instilled in him by the manager. You know, that is the problem. He's going to be a world class midfielder. Fingers crossed, Akash. We missed Rios and Theo in the transfer window when they cost 35 million is baffling. It's not baffling though, Aniket. You know why? Because apparently they did their research. They did their research. Peacemaker 2 season 2's out. I gotta watch it. Thank you, Raz. I needed that. Wharton Anderson and Menu in a Xavi Hernandez midfield. That sounds like a great time. Can't lie. I'm excited our future product players Amir Ibrahimov, Rooney's kid, Kai Rooney, Shea Lacey. Which Fletcher? Both Fletchers or Jack Fletcher? Chido, Bendito, Mantato, and many more. Yeah. Don't forget Sam Mather. Oh, by the way, guys, no one mentioned it at all, but Sam Mather was supposed to be training for the right wing back position because of Ahmad and Mazraoui, their issues. Sam Mather didn't even take the bus. What did he train for? And we had two goalkeepers on the bench, by the way. I know people are going to say he was never going to play. He's a youngster, whatever. But if you call him up to the main squad, at least put him on the bus, right? Let him get the match day experience. Do something. They decided to put two goalkeepers. They decided to put two goalkeepers on the bench. How crazy is that? And also one more thing, Victor Musa and Chido Obi Martin are training with the main team. What does that mean? I don't know. What does that even mean though? Like I don't even get it. What does that mean? They are training with the main team to do what? So get ready. Chido Obi Martin and Victor Musa are training with the main team. I just saw it before going live. I'm from Nepal. Will you come visit Nepal? Beautiful country. You should definitely visit. First of all, I would definitely come to visit Nepal. But I would like to go when it's snow because I'm not going to lie to you, Ashish. I'm kind of fed up of the heat. Probably not. Someone who's not used to the cold should not go to Nepal in the cold weather. But that's when I want to go. Hello, Virat Kohli. I like how half of it's in Hindi, half of it's in English. कैसे हो आप? ठीक हो भाई? Thank you for asking. Indicala reported that yes, we read that rhythm. Yes, we read that debacle of a storytelling performance by Indicala. I think United need Tala for the cup. I'm so happy United didn't take Timber back then. What a player he has been first. Okay, you don't need to be mean, Rando. Okay, you don't need to be mean. And if I'm not mistaken, I think someone advised Timber not to come to United. You should be thanking them technically. Why we haven't promoted James Candle till now? I don't get it, bro. Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself. You will be thinking about that for weeks. Don't even bother doing that. More than Tara, they need Gautam Gambhir. I would have felt sympathy for Amram if he was not starting Shaw Maguire on daily basis and actually adapt a bit. No, it's not. You know what's the sad part? For the names you have mentioned, there's actually alternates. For all the shit we give Dallo, no, we can at least go. Dallo doesn't have an alternate. We know he's going to play. Let's just hope he has a good game. He can easily play a Heaven. He can easily play Euro. He can even play Mazraoui if he wants to play Dallo at right wing back. I know people will say I prefer Mazraoui at right wing back. Let's just say he wants to play him at right wing back. He can even play Mazraoui in defense, who's, by the way, made great tackles in the penalty box 2 games ago, even though he was right wing back for the game. I think Bilbao is the best place to live. Why do you say that, Aniket? I'm curious. You're literally in live in heaven, man. Goa's one of my favorite places where I most probably come after my study in 26 summer. You should do that, Siddhant. It's not that though, Siddhant. It's like I don't want Nepal gets hot for reference, Siddhant. So I already live in heat, right? Like the weather's mostly hot here. So if I was to come to Nepal, I would like to go where it when it's cold because I don't really need heat. You know what I'm saying? Heat's not really a desire for me. I can stay in India for that, if that makes sense. Chido was supposed to play with the main team, 11 team. That's why he left Arsenal. Last year, he was playing Hoyland and Chido was a striker last year and he was playing preseason. What's going on? Hey, you said it yourself, Akash. A great question. Or the bench. He's not even getting the bench time. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. You should have gone for Dumfries. Yeah, they should have. I'm sorry that y'all did take Heaven from us. He's going to be great for you. Might even be that makeshift midfielder for now. I was sad when he left. Brando, he's not even getting game time at centre back when we are horrendous. I don't know if he's going to be our main guy. But anyway, guys, I'll be off now. Thank you for joining. Do join Ash now. I'm sure he's live by now. His links in the description. Thank you so much for joining in. I will see you for tomorrow's Real Madrid versus Kairat game. And until then, take care and good night. I think after United made my puja, it may be the best thing. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, it made a lot of people's Durga Puja horrible, didn't they? Conte had manager with staff of Cantonagi. Yeah, that would be great. Neville, Neville, I don't think so. Neville's not going to say anything negative now. He's in business with Ineos for the redevelopment. Neville's not going to help, sadly. Heaven will be Maguire's replacement. Let's hope. Troy Gizmo says, cheers, good talk. Yes, thank you for joining. Whoever did join, whoever's new to the channel, thank you for subscribing. I will see you tomorrow. Kairat versus Real Madrid. My first Real Madrid watch along. I'm going to see Alvaro Fernandez play finally. Let's go. I'm actually excited. Take care, guys. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.